and the number 12 Spartans will take on the number 4th ranked Morgan Trojans. A little deja vu from a year ago when Emery got right back to the state tournament and made a deep run. Jordan Busk already alongside Travis Anderson here on the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Travis, I know this is one of your favorite venues. It's definitely one of mine. There's nothing like it. We get some evening baseball with a lot riding on tonight's game.
Yeah, there's no place better than a state baseball game here in this facility, especially at night with the backdrop and everything going for the Emery Spartans' way. You know, getting to this spot, being the 12 seed, upsetting the 5, and trying again to knock off a familiar foe, the Morgan Trojans.
One of the things that Emery has done so well over the last 3 games is hit the baseball. They've accumulated over 40 hits their last 3 games and 28 runs, knocking off the North Sanpete Hawks by 11. And then after that, they pulled off the sweep over the Manti Templars this past Thursday and Friday. We had an opportunity to catch up with manager Chase Julian. We talked about that. We also caught up with Hayden Citrid, who will be on the mound tonight for Emery. He is fresh off of a gem, looking to continue some of that magic as we get to the final week of the season. Plenty coming up when we return. It's the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show when we are off and rolling on 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Your home for Emery High School baseball.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Hi, this is Tim Frame, manager at Cache Valley Bank. Are you getting ready to tackle some spring projects or already making summer plans? Now is a good time to stop in and see how Cache Valley Bank can assist you. With a great team of friendly, knowledgeable bankers, we can provide you with the financial tools needed to help you succeed. Whether it's fixing up your home, building a new home, or other projects on your to-do list, we are dedicated to providing you with the personalized attention you deserve. Come in and see us at 82 West Main Street in Price.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Welcome back to the Emery Spartan pregame show on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price.
Welcome back into the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, and we are counting down the moments to the first pitch in the 3A State Championship Tournament, which has now shifted venues as Emery is taking on the Morgan Trojans at Utah Valley University in Orem. We're going to be under the lights by the time we get to the seventh inning in this game, and Emery looking to ride the Cinderella wave past the number 4 seed in the Morgan Trojans, already off to a great start, pulling off a 2-game sweep over the number 5 Manti Templars. Emery has done it with their bats. They've been on fire over the last 3 games, putting up 28 runs during that span, all 3 wins. Most importantly, 2 of them coming in the state tournament to get to this point out of Super Regionals. That is something that we talked with manager Chase Julian about earlier today, and as we get set for the first pitch, we'll play that interview now. Coach, it's great to get you back on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, Coach, it's an exciting day as the season continues. Now we got to switch venues, and we'll head to Utah Valley for the final week of the baseball season. The boys are definitely playing at a high level, and they picked a good time to turn the corner.
Yeah, they are hitting the ball well. We're playing complete games now, so we've played 3 in a row, so we got to keep it rolling and keep moving forward.
Coach, I want to go back to the North San Pete game. You and I talked before you traveled to Manti, and we talked about the idea of beating a North San Pete team 11-0, and if that could be contagious the way the boys were hitting the ball. In fact, it has become contagious. I mean, you look at a good Manti team on the road. Over the last 3 games, you guys have now scored 28 runs, and you have, over 40 hits. I mean, you're hitting the ball almost at will now, and that has kind of been the Achilles heel all season long. Can you produce enough runs to go along with the pitching performances that you have received? And over the last 3 days, the boys have flipped the switch.
Yeah, they have. We've 28 runs, 45 hits, and I think in those 3 games we only have, I think it's 5 strikeouts as a team. So, I mean, we're putting balls in play, and we're finally 1 through 9, we're hitting the ball as a team collectively, and it's been good to see. We have even the outs that they were getting, we were hitting some pretty hard balls, line drives. So, I mean, it was good for these boys to keep on a roll and keep going with it.
Well, let's go back and talk about game 1 against Manti. You guys score early and often in this game. You put up a 3 spot in the second inning and really never looked back. Added about 4 insurance runs in the top of the 7th, and you picked up an 8-0 win. And in this game, you got a tremendous pitching performance from Hayden Citrid, who goes 7 innings, gives up 4 hits, and strikes out 5. And we had a chance to talk to Hayden the day before. He was just oozing with confidence, and he said that he just felt like you guys were playing your best ball at the right time, and he had no doubt in his mind that he was going to go out, pitch a gem, and you were going to get a win in game 1. And boy, he backed that up. He was outstanding.
He did, and he's pitched well for us all year. But his last 3 performances, he's really done well. He's located well. He had a few walks, hit batsmen in the Carbon game that he pitched, but collectively and overall, he's thrown well over his last 3 performances that he's gone for us, and he's got all the confidence in the world right now, and that's awesome. We need it rolling into this state tournament, and confidence is key with these boys. They got to keep it up and keep it rolling, and just keep moving forward.
The other impressive aspect about Game 1, Coach, was you guys score 8 runs, but you have 8 RBIs. I mean, that's always a really telling stat, specifically in high school baseball. You can have outings where you score 5 runs, maybe you have 1 RBI, maybe you're taking advantage of a couple of errors, but no, I mean, this was clean baseball. The fact that you guys got on base, and when you had runners in scoring position, you took care of it at the plate.
Yeah, we did. And we mustered up a lot of hits, and we actually left bases loaded twice in that game where we could have blown the game completely wide open. But they made some good plays. We had some line drives. They made a couple diving catches in the outfield that saved them quite a few runs because they miss it. It clears the bases, and I don't think we have to go 7. But either way, we were hitting balls when we needed to, and producing runs off of them, so it was good.
Also clean in the field, not a single error. So, I mean, Game 1, I guess it's the picture-perfect idea for a baseball game, right? You hit the ball, you hit it with runners in scoring position, you got a great pitching performance, and you did not commit a single error in the field. You're not going to lose. You're going to win 99% of the time when you put all those together.
Yeah, and it's like I've said all year, and like I've told these boys, you know, like we can't compound errors with more errors and more errors. And I mean, you say the hitting's contagious, but the fielding is too. We get one error, and then that can kind of hurt your confidence a little bit, and you go in thinking too much about not committing an error, and you end up committing it anyways. So we've got to move on. And Game 2, we did have an error, and we moved on from it, and we did well putting another complete game minus 1 error. We put 2 complete games together at Manti, and the outcome was great for us.
Coach, when you return to the field the next day, you only got to get 1. You have 2 chances to do it. You guys fall behind early in Game 2, but responded in a big way and scored a bulk of runs late. Actually scored at least 1 run in the final 4 innings of that game. The fact that you were down 4-0 on the road and the boys just battled back, I guess that's a true testament to where their mindset is at right now. Typically a 4-run deficit in a playoff game on the road against a team that's ranked number 5 in the state, that's not an easy task to come back and get the win.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you fall behind a team, and they were doing well with the bats. They were hitting the ball well, and so it's tough to. It's real easy to lose the mental aspect, and when you go down 4-0 to the 5 seed. And one thing that I've tried to do with these boys and really teach them is, yeah, they might have seeded us to 12 and them to 5, but don't worry about where you're seated or who you're playing. Just take it 1 inning at a time, and just keep your focus every time you go up to bat, every time we're in the field. Just keep the focus and keep to the course of trying to play clean baseball, and it'll take care of itself.
Again, our guest right now, manager Chase Julian of the Emery High School baseball team. That's exactly what you guys did. So now you move on and you get the Morgan Trojans tonight. How do you handle that weekend? I mean, you had to play a game on Thursday, Friday. What did Saturday, Sunday look like? Did you just give the guys the weekend off?
Yeah, so we gave them the weekend off. We'll travel up today. We'll go up early, get checked into the hotel. I'm trying to find a place to do a little hit around, and then show up hour and a half before game time and get ready.
What do you know about Morgan, Coach? What stands out to you there?
They have about 4 kids that are really hitting the ball well for them. 1 through 4 in their lineup's pretty tough. We faced them last year, and they didn't have a lot of seniors that played for them last year. They had 3 seniors that they graduated that played. They had, I think they had a total of 5 seniors, but only 3 of them played. But so we faced basically the same group last year. They have decent pitching, And I mean, they're a tough team. Obviously, they're ranked 4, but rankings aside, I still think that we're the better team. We've played a lot tougher schedule than they have with the RPI. Yeah, it's good to pick up wins and make sure you're having a high winning percentage to stay in that top seeds. But I think our strength of schedule has really helped us out come towards this state tournament time. It's gotten us ready and battle tested. So, I mean, I really like our chances today to take care of business.
You had the toughest schedule in 3A, and then you take a look at the region. Now that we're down to the final 8 teams, 5 of them come out of Region 12. And in this top half of the bracket, 3 of them are from Region 12. I mean, it's Canyon View, North St. Pete, and Emery. And then we go down to the bottom, and you still have Juab and Richfield. That's a testament to just the level of competition you saw all year long, not just in your non-region schedule. Even in league play, there were no off nights.
Yeah, and Manti was 5. Juab, Canyon View, Juab was 1 and 2. I think we went 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in our region. So there's never an off night.
Never an off night, and number 11 knocked off number 6. That was Richfield and Providence Hall, and so the proof is definitely in the pudding. That was our interview earlier today with manager Chase Julian as we talked about Emery's route through the 3A state championship tournament. And again, Region 12 really showing out here at the 3A state tournament. Moments ago, we did have Canyon View and North St. Pete, fairly lopsided contest. Canyon View, the number 1 seed, advances. So the winner of this game will square off with Canyon View. Whoever falls out will drop down to the 1-loss bracket, still have a chance to come back through and play in the state championship, but they'll get North St. Pete tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, and we'll begin with the mighty Morgan Trojans. On the mound this afternoon will be Cameron Talbot. Talbot comes in with a 2.7 ERA and 7-1 on the season. He's been very, very good. He'll be at the pitch. Behind home plate, it's Luke Barley. Getting the start at first base, Easton Venz. At second base, Tyson Talbot. At shortstop, we'll see Owen Gilson. At third base, Cooper Stewart. In the outfield, moving left to right, Lincoln Gilson. Center field will be Canyon Leonelli. And in right field, Beck Sheffield. And that's the starting lineup for the Morgan Trojans. Leading things off for Emery will be the right fielder, Bo Stilson, who has been on a tear as of late.
Yeah, as a team, this team has been hitting the ball extremely well. And at the right time, too, Jordan.
And we are set to go. First pitch was a ball. Stilson will watch ball 2, high out of the zone. So already working himself ahead in the count 2-0. Here comes Talbot's 2-0 pitch on the way. Stilson gets underneath it, pops this one up, and it won't make it out of the infield for out number 1. It was handled at second base by Tyson Talbot, and we have one down here in the top of the first inning for the Spartans, and that brings shortstop Trig Jensen to the plate.
Yeah, a little, not patient enough in that at bat. You get ahead 2-0, and then you skyrocket one to second base, and with that sun, that's a difficult play.
Trigg swings at the very first pitch, and it's a bouncer over to first base, handled for out number 2. So right now, Cameron Talbot making quick work of the Spartans, 2 down, and that brings up Hayden Citrit, the pitcher.
A quick swinging first pitch on that one, a little soft dribbler down to first base for the second out.
Hayden Citrit, also Hayden Abrams, known as Hayden Abrams, hitting .290 on the season. He'll be on the mound for Emery when they are in the field. One of the leading hitters on the team, leads the squad in home runs with 2 so far this season. He takes ball 1 in the dirt. One-0 count. Pitch on the way, and Abrams gets a piece of this one, and he dips it into right field for a base hit. He's rounding first. We'll get about a quarter of the way between first and second. Move back to first. Emery's got its first base runner of the afternoon. Hayden Abrams with a single to right field.
Yeah, you reach out and poke that ball into the outfield grass right field. And you talked about the way he's been batting. .301, his OBP of .343, and an PS of .870.
Stepping up now for Emery out of the 4-hole. It's Dice Larson, the junior, hitting .370. He's got 8 extra base hits to his name. An extra base hit They score Hayden, who's got some speed with the legs, and a quick throw over to first, not in time. Pickoff over to first once again, not in time, as Hayden slides in head first. On deck for Emery is Hayden Christiansen. Right now, 2 down. Larson steps to the plate. Talbot, the pitcher for Morgan. First pitch is outside the zone. Second pitch in the at-bat, out of the zone, make it a 2-0 count. Larson has had the big bat as of late for Emery. The entire Spartan squad has been hitting the ball well. Again, 28 runs in the last 3 games, and that's against North St. Pete and 2 against Manti. Over 40 hits during that span. Larson watches ball 3 go high and out of the zone. So it was a quick inning for Talbot. He finds himself down 3-0 with a runner on first base. Emery trying to move Hayden over into scoring position.
Now Larson on the year with 2 out RBIs. You're looking at 7 on the year.
Another pickoff throw over to first, not in time. Easton Venz, the first baseman for Morgan. Abrams gets a little lead. Talbot goes back to work and a swing on a 3-0 count. Larson gets underneath it, fouls it off behind home plate. Counts now 3-1. Emery with 1 runner aboard after a pop-up and a ground out. Hayden puts one into right field and gets over to first base. All right, there was a mistake on the scoreboard. I was originally correct on the count. Now it's 3-1 as Talbot missed outside the zone. Hitters count for Larson. You've talked about the 2 out RBIs. Their pickoff over to first. Abrams able to slide in safely. Hayden's going to get a miniature lead over at first once again. 3-1 count, Larson in the plate. First at bat, top of the first inning, 2 down. Pitch on the way, and Larson swings and misses on the off-speed changeup for strike 2. Count is now ran full.
It's a great pitch. Get the hitter thinking fastball, and he ducks one down around the knees. Nothing he can do about that. We talk about this position with Larson, though, almost in this spot, 30% rate of walks.
Larson's going to hang in. Gets a piece on the 3-2, so we'll go full all over again. Abrams was off and rolling to second. Would have had a stand-up steal had that ball not been a foul tip.
One thing with Larson, though, he's going to put the ball on the ground. Almost 50% of the time, he's going to put one on the ground.
Pitch off the 3-2, and Larson gets underneath it. Puts it out of play for another foul ball. So he's battling right now with Talbot. Again, it was quick work early on. He got the pop-up from Stilson in just 4 pitches. Had a first pitch ground out to Trigg. Then Abrams popped one into right field for the first hit of the ball game. 3-2. Back to the fastball. Larson pops this one up into shallow right field. It barely gets out of the infield for out number 3. So Emery gets 1 runner aboard. They make contact on all 4 at-bats. They leave 1 stranded. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first inning. We're still scoreless here at Utah Valley. 2 up for Morgan. Canyon, Leonelli, Lincoln Gilson, and Beck Sheffield. It's Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Bottom of the first inning, no score in this one. Morgan set for their very first at-bat. Hayden Citron, also known as Hayden Abrams, on the mound for Emery. Caught me off guard with a name change. Great kid to be around. He was our Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week last week. And if you missed that interview, you can check it out on our YouTube channel, Castle Country Radio Emery. Full of confidence, said he felt that they were playing their best baseball. That interview was done ahead of the Manti series. Felt very confident about where the team was heading. Even off camera, he predicted a sweep, and Travis, that came to fruition.
Yeah, they played really well, got the sweep, like you said, battled back. The bats at the right time have come around. And in that first inning, you saw them take some good pitches, work deep counts. No results yet, but now defensively with that sun playing a factor, we'll see how they do in the outfield.
Hayden's got 3 pitches he'll go to. We'll see the fastball and the curveball. From time to time, he'll work in the knuckleball. Those are the 3 pitches to pay attention to. Kenyon Leonelli up to bat first, and there's the knuckleball in the very first pitch, and Hato puts it in the dirt for ball 1. Want to see the tendencies throughout the season from the Emery pitchers. Here comes the 1-0, ground ball. This one chopped. Hayden just out of his reach, and very, very close. Leonelli runs it out. Boy, Hayden could not get a grasp on it. Trevin Gilbert from first base stepped up, tried to get a handle on it. Hayden grabbed it. Nobody was there at first, and Hato could not outrun Leonelli. And so just like that, on a soft chopper in the infield, Morgan's got the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, a little knuckler off the end of the bat, dribbles, and like you said, just couldn't get a grip on it from the pitching mound to rotate down to flip it to the pitch over to first base. And you see the result, base hit.
Lincoln Gilson, the left fielder, now steps to the plate, and Hato goes fastball out of the zone, ball 1.
It's a tough play. It's in no man's land. You've got to scoop with your glove and flip quick over to first with the speed. And leadoff guy reaches for Morgan.
Hato with a long look over at first. Here comes a fastball just low out of the zone at the knees for ball 2. This Morgan team can score runs, and most of it is done by getting the leadoff batter on. Leonelli's got the speed. He's swiped 25 bags this season for the Trojans. So he is a speedster over at first. Again, Gilson, the left fielder, right now at the plate. And Gilson watches ball 3 go by and finds himself in a hitter's count now 3-0. Gilson hitting .417 on the season, one of the few seniors who got some playing time last year for Morgan. And this right here, he thought it was a 4-pitch walk. Gilson tossed his bat to the dugout, and as he was on his way down to first base, umpire says, no, that's a strike. In the zone count, sitting at 3-1.
That's a good pitch. Cross the black on the rubber on the inside. Nothing as a hitter you're going to do with that ball, but just rotate and roll over the top. That's a routine double play, even if he swings at it.
Emery tonight wearing their gray jerseys with their gray bottoms, and another fastball for Hato finds the zone outside, and now the count is full 3-2, working from behind on Lincoln Gilson, the left fielder, again hitting over .400 on the season out of the 2 spot. Leonelli gets a lead over at first. He's going to go. Here's a chopper down the third base line. It goes foul. So Leonelli will have to work his way back over to first. Count remains full 3-2. But the pitch count already getting up on this at bat alone as Hato's had to work out of a 3-0.
That's the same pitch as he looked, strike, and you see the result was a weak ground ball down the third baseline. You want to come right back in there on the hands.
3-2 pitch, look over at first. Fastball on the way, blows it by for out number 1. Leonelli tries to steal, got him at second. Double play for Emery. Bronx Olson on the throw up over the top. Leonelli caught stealing, and it's a bang-bang double play for the Spartans in the bottom of the first inning.
Bronx with a rope down to second, and all they have to do is just stick the glove down, the ball right into the glove, pick off, double play, strike him out, throw him out for Emery.
First strikeout of the afternoon for either team. And with 2 down and no one on, Beck Sheffield, the right fielder, will step to the plate for Morgan. He watches ball 1 go by. 1-0 fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. But Travis, how about the throw from Bronx Olson behind home plate on the delayed steal from Leonelli?
It's a perfect throw. Step up and throw a rocket right down the second.
More smoke from Hato. He finds the zone. Count now 1-2. 2 down for Sheffield. Swing and a miss for strikeout number 2, and the side has been set down in one form or another. Hayden Citron, he's got 2 Ks to his name already. Nobody left aboard. 1 hit for Morgan. We go to the top of the second. We are still scoreless. Due up for Emery. Hayden Christiansen, Trevin Gilbert, and Bronx Olson. It's Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hi, this is Tim Frame, manager at Cache Valley Bank. Are you getting ready to tackle some spring projects or already making summer plans? Now is a good time to stop in and see how Cache Valley Bank can assist you. With a great team of friendly, knowledgeable bankers, we can provide you with the financial tools needed to help you succeed. Whether it's fixing up your home, building a new home, or other projects on your to-do list, we are dedicated to providing you with the personalized attention you deserve. Come in and see us at 82 West Main Street in Price.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of 2, no score in this 3A state championship tournament game. Emery battling the Morgan Trojans at Utah Valley University in Orem. And Hayden Christiansen will step to the plate, and he looks at strike 1. So Christiansen so far this season has been a reliable bat for manager Chase Julian, hitting just a shade under 300. He does have 5 extra base hits. He's got 10 RBIs to his name, and when he is on, he is speed, and he watches ball 2 go by at the eyes.
And for Talbot now for Morgan up to 16 pitches.
And quick work early on last inning, and this time he misses the zone yet again. And so Christiansen has run the count 3-1 for the Spartans. Talbot's 3-1 is in the dirt, and Hayden is aboard, and he takes off running down to first base. It gives the Trojans something to think about as the catcher Luke Barley had to go back and grab the ball as it hit the backstop. But Emery's got the leadoff man aboard, and Hayden Christiansen with a 5-pitch walk.
It's a great at-bat. That's patience. You get the leadoff guy on here to start the top half of the second inning with Gilbert coming up.
Trevin Gilbert, first baseman, also one of the standout pitchers for Emery, hitting .316 on the season, and he's got the leadoff man aboard. Hayden gets out to a hefty lead, and Talbot fires a fastball in the zone for strike 1.
I'm going to be shocked if he stays put over at first with the lead he's getting to the cutout of the grass. We'll see if he jumps and goes to put him in scoring position down to second.
It's a good 5-step lead for Hayden over to first. He goes diving back head first as Talbot makes the throw over to first base. And Easton Venz, who's had the sure glove all season at first base for the Trojans, hauls it in but makes no play on Christiansen.
Talbot just trying to shorten that lead by throwing over.
0-1, Gilbert sends this one down the first base line, and it goes out of play for strike 2. Talbot looking for that first sit-down of the ball game. Emery had a pop-out, a ground-out, and a pop-out. Mixed in between was a single to right field by Hayden Citron. Lead over at first base. Talbot goes off speed and out of the zone on the curve. Count is now sitting at 2-2. Excuse me, 1-2. Streb found himself down 0-2 early. On deck for Emery, Bronx Olson, who just had a heck of a play out in the field behind home plate. He's on deck. Trev swings on the off-speed right down the zone. Maybe a tad bit high, and that's Talbot's first strikeout of the afternoon. He sets Trevin down on 4 pitches.
That first strikeout, like you said, he's got a walk in it and 1 hit. That one right there, he just elevates the pitch a little bit high around the eyes, strikes him out.
Bronx Olsen now to the plate. Bronx hitting .273 for Emery. No runner in scoring position, although Christiansen is at first. There's a late swing on the very first pitch by Olsen. He finds himself down 0-1.
That's back-to-back pitches. Both of the batters a little tardy. Just not seeing the ball right now, I think, with the sun.
Pick off over to first. Actually, a rather close play over to Venz, but Christiansen dives back head first. Take another four-step lead over at first. 0-1 count right now for Olsen. Talbot still the pitcher for Morgan, finding his rhythm, and this time goes off speed well out of the zone for ball one. On deck for Emery is Garrett Conover, who continues to impress. We saw the youngster really find his rhythm last year as a freshman here at the state tournament. Now as a sophomore, he's on deck preparing for his first at-bat.
Yeah, so far for Talbot, 25 pitches thrown, only 13 of those for strikes.
This time he goes out of the zone again. Off speed has not been kind to Talbot. He's found his rhythm with a fastball. But now a patient at-bat here for Olsen. We're sitting at 2-1. Big lead for Christiansen over at first. Very inviting for a pickoff throw over. And instead, Talbot goes out of the zone with a fastball that go around. Count sitting now at 3-1.
Right here, just got to be patient. I'm taking right here. I'm trying to get on base. He's missing out of the zone just a little bit. He's a little bit not in control. You got to be patient.
Hitters count at 3-1 for Olsen. Fastball, swing, and a miss. And once again, Emery behind the fastball. And that has been the story here in this inning. Trevin Gilbert picked up a foul ball and then a strikeout swinging. And now Bronx Olsen with his second swing and a miss in the at-bat. 3-2 count. Christiansen with a lengthy lead. One down. Here comes the pitch. And Bronx again behind it, but sends it foul. This one goes down the first base line. So hanging around. Pitch count at what, 27?
29 pitches,
29.
15 of those for strikes.
Around the 50% mark. 3-2. Bronx holds off on the check swing, and we have ball four, putting the second runner aboard this inning. And now Christiansen moves to second, Bronx Olsen to first, and Garrett Conover comes to the plate as Emery has its first runner in scoring position here in the top of the second inning.
They get off speed. He's missed a lot with the off speed. Emery patient. They get two on with one out. More importantly, you get a speedy runner in scoring position down to second base.
We talked about Garrett Conover. Played a key role for Emery last year in the state tournament as a freshman. The sophomore steps up, hitting .264 this season. He's got 12 RBIs. And now he can add to that total as Christiansen is in scoring position.
And a big hole down the shortstop way. You can see he tried to pull the ball that way as the shortstop's playing behind the second base back for a pickoff. So you got a giant hole. If you put the ball through that hole, you're scoring a run.
That's exactly what Conover tried to do on a swing and a miss.
Exactly what he tried to do. Just came up late again with that fastball elevated.
0-1 count on deck for Emery. It's Peyton Nielsen, and then we flip to the top of the order. One down, double play ball would be in effect. Only one open bag, and that's third. Talbot this inning has found himself in a little bit of trouble, issuing 2 walks. He's only given up 1 hit, and that was back in the first inning on a little blooper to right field by Citrin. Christiansen, big lead at second. Conover takes the off-speed outside, but it tabs the corner for strike 2. Finds himself down 0-2. Second time this inning that Talbot's worked an 0-2 count.
He'll probably go off speed, trying to get him to chase something. See if he throws.
He did go off speed, but that one was low and out of the zone for ball one.
That's a great take to catch that ball, to know you're not going to try to golf that one.
Well, again, Conover, a sophomore, but plays well beyond his years, getting that valuable experience last year.
Fastball elevated.
Off speed again. Conover gets a piece of it. Sends this one into center field. It's handled for out number 2. Christiansen thought about going. And the quick throw in, and that'll keep all runners standing at first and second. Canyon Leonelli with a cannon from center field.
Yeah, Leonelli going towards left field, shading that way, makes the catch, and then he throws a missile down to Stewart down at third.
Cooper Stewart only had to take about a step off. So now we go to the 9-hole hitter, and it's Peyton Nielsen. Peyton hitting just a .135 on the season, but I'll tell you, he has found the rhythm as of late. Had a terrific hitting performance against the Carbon Dinos a week ago. First strike, airmailed the ball down to first base. Chris Jansen is rounding third. He's going to try to score. Hayden slides, and he's out. Hayden wanted it. The throw into right field, and it was a great recovery by the Trojans as Beck Sheffield was able to come up with it and deliver the strike at home as Emery tried to get testy, playing aggressive on the bases.
Yeah, they try to pick him off at first. They airmail it into right field, and coming over is Sheffield, who picks the ball up and fires it in on one hop. They get him out at the plate. I like the aggressiveness. He stumbled coming around third base just a little bit, which slowed up his speed, and he is hosed at the plate.
So Emery is going to leave one aboard. No runs, no hits. Hayden Christiansen gunned down at home plate. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for Morgan, it'll be Luke Barley, Easton Vans, and Tyson Talbot. Still no score in this one here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
If your pet hisses, chirps, bleats, or screams, Castle Country Vet is here to help keep your pets healthy. Castle Country Vet is more than cats and dogs, which we love too. Castle Country Vet takes care of snakes to reptiles, rabbits to birds, and sheep to goats, from small exotics to large animals. Doctors Harmer and Kelly and a knowledgeable staff is dedicated to being your other family doctor. Castle Country Vet in Price. Call 637-5797. Online at castlecountryvet.net.
When it comes to doing spring projects around the house, I like to do it myself.
You mean we. You, me, and Central Commission. Honey, you know you're all thumbs.
Guilty. So that's why we get all the helpful advice from Central Commission needed to get our DIY projects done right.
Plus all the lumber, hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, and more at just one store. And at prices we can afford.
See the helpful pros today at Central Commission, North Main Street, Helper.
435-472-5579.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We go down to the bottom of the second inning, and the lead batter, Luke Bowerly, is going to take a free base after being hit by a pitch. And so that's the first freebie that Hato has given up all year. In the second at-bat's a hard line drive right up the gut. And just like that, Morgan's got a runner in scoring position as Easton Venn sends the first pitch on a hard line drive out to center field.
Yeah, Abrams has to duck out of the way, couldn't get the glove up, and it shoots past him into the outfield. So the plunk batter, and then you get a base hit, so 2-1 with no out.
Going back to that last play, manager Chase Julian tried to give Hayden Christiansen the stop sign.
Ran through it.
He ran through the stop sign and got gunned down. Did not touch home plate. Head first slide. Hand made it to about the middle of the batter's box.
Yeah, he was dead to right, had no chance. I mean, he was hosed, and he was 3 feet short of the bag.
Tyson Talbot now steps to the plate. He shows bunt. Bounces off the bottom of the bat and goes foul for strike one. 2 hits so far for Morgan in this game. Last time it did not come back to haunt Emery. This is the first time the Trojans have had a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get some outs now. You got to make sure there's a ground ball. You turn 2. You cannot allow this ball to score through and allow them to score. And you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them over on a bunt.
Talbot pulls the bunt back. Counts now even 1-1. He's hitting .300 on the season. He's had 86 plate appearances. Been very dynamic for Morgan. They hit the ball in bunches. Shows bunt yet again, and Hato goes high out of the zone for ball 2.
And Larson playing back just shy of the edge of the grass, where Gilbert is all the way in the grass. And if you're the hitter, you need to go third base and bunt that.
Showing bunt once again, did not pull it back that time, and the count's now even at 2-2.
And he tried to just dump that ball down third base with how far he's playing off the bag. Just couldn't get the bat on the ball, and there's a couple times he's just looked real uncomfortable trying to lay the bunt down. Run that ball up on his hands.
2-2 count. Fastball again, and this one popped up into right Very shallow right field. Ball bounces on the ground. It's picked up by Trigg. His throw over to third was low again, right into the sun. It could have been out number one, but instead Morgan now with bases juiced.
Should that be infield fly?
That's going to be the question, and that's what manager Chase Julian is coming out and saying. That ball never got out of the infield.
Yeah, that's an infield fly. First and second. It's got to be an infield fly.
I think they're going to talk about it. I believe that they will reverse this.
I mean, that ball was just popped up short of the third base back. Shortstop rotates down with the sun. Lost it a little bit. Should be an infield fly. Batter should be out.
Looked like it was going to carry into the outfield. The left fielder, Peyton Nielsen, did not make a move. We assumed that he had lost it in the sun, but as you alluded to, that ball hung in the infield. And so shortstop Trigg Jensen let it bounce. He picked it up. And they are going to say, no, it is not an infield fly. And Chase Julian is not happy, and he has a right to be very angry.
That's a missed call. That's an infield fly. It has to be an infield fly. The ball never got out of the infield. I mean, it was, it's a little short pop-up behind the third base back. And then they fumble trying to get the play over.
Coach Chase Julian being told to go back to the dugout, but he is rightfully angry. Now, bases loaded with no outs. That's a crucial call as Owen Gilson, the shortstop, comes to the plate, and Chris Jansen works a fastball out of the zone for ball one.
Tough break. It's a miss by the umpires. Just got to play through it now. No outs. Dug yourself a little bit hole. You got to try to get out of it. You had the play at third. You just dropped the ball.
Chris Jansen goes out of the zone, or excuse me, Citrin goes out of the zone for ball two, so now it's a 2-0 count. Two runners in scoring position with no down here for the Trojans. 2-0 count, it's low, and now it's 3-0.
Now you got to throw a ball in there, and he's going to square this thing up. Good up bat by Gilson, being patient.
There's a strike for Hayden off the take from Gilson. Counts now 3-1.
Yeah, you got to come back right in it there with that same pitch. Hope Gilson just rolls it over on top. You can flip two. You give up the run. More importantly, you got to get outs.
He swings at the 3-1 count, and now Hayden is run it back full. So Gilson trying now. He's got to protect at the plate. It was a tough swing. That one looked high.
Now, you don't want to throw off speed here. You want to come back with that fastball.
Fastball has given Morgan fits. Well, they've squared up one already this inning. Swing and a miss, and Hayden gets a crucial out for strikeout number 3 on the afternoon.
It's a big first out. You fall on 3-0. You come back with 3 straight strikes right down the middle. And for Gilson, he can't keep up with the ball, can't hit it, can't make any play, can't get a run in, and he's out. And Stewart's a very good hitter.
Cooper Stewart, the third baseman. Hayden goes fastball, and Stewart gets a piece of it, sends it foul behind home plate for strike one.
Stewart right on top of that one, just a little bit late.
He's a .219 hitter for Morgan, batting towards the back of the lineup out of the 8th spot. He's got 6 RBIs to his name so far, only 1 extra base hit. But a base hit here would score potentially 2 runs. He does square this one up. Ground ball to the short. Out one at second base. Can't pull off the 6-4-3. Instead, 1 run scores. Off the fielder's choice, knocked down to shortstop, and it's 1-0 Morgan.
That ball not hit hard at all. Just a soft little dribbler down to shortstop. All you can do is get the play at second base. You get the out. 2 outs. You give up the run. That's fine. It's 1-0. Now you can get out of this inning with limited damage, only down 1 run.
That brings up Cameron Talbot, the pitcher, who can help his own cause. Well, how crucial was the missed call in the infield fly? Very. Emery would have gotten out of the inning without a single run.
Yeah, I don't like that at all, where you're faking to third, throwing over to first because that ball squirts through. It's a run. You just got to worry about the guy at the plate and not trying to get the guy at the back.
Touch first or second to get out of this inning.
Especially with the 9-hitter, who looks very uncomfortable in that first swing.
Talbot was a half-hearted swing on a fastball that was high, but he did go through when it's an 0-1 count. Hayden this time goes fastball once again. This one's out of the zone, so that evens up the count 1-1. 1-0 Morgan, bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Cameron Talbot, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause in his first at-bat. Hayden's going to stick with the fastball, just missed this one out of the zone, and now the count's 2-1. Urfana sticking with the heat so far.
That's worked. Anything off speed, I think he has a chance just to poke that through and get that second run. You just want to stay with the heat, the gas. And he's just overthrown right now, just a little bit juiced up, and you can see he's just stepping, overthrowing, and that's why that ball's selling towards the left-hand bag.
Counts now 3-1 with 2 down. There is an empty base, so a walk here would not cost Emery the run. However, it would load the bases for Canyon Leonelli, who singled in his very first at-bat. 3-1 is inside for ball 4. That's the second freebie this inning. The first came on a beanball.
Yeah, for Hayden now 33 pitches, 18 of them for strikes.
Say the strikeout, to walk ratio has been kind in favor of Hato so far in this game.
At 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. Need to speed up.
Courtesy runner coming in for the Morgan Trojans. Morgan's going to send Carter Miabos. So he'll take over at first. And again, Canyon Leonelli will step up, the center fielder, with an just a single in his first at-bat. He was caught stealing on a double play. Can do some more damage. Emery trying to limit the damage. Citron fires in strike 1 right down the middle with a fastball.
Morgan's got some speed on the base pads.
There's a ground ball, chopped to third base. The throw over to first. It is in time for out number 3. And so that means that Morgan's going to strand 3. They do take advantage. They break through with 1 run off of 2 hits in that opening frame. We go to or in the second frame, I should say. We go to the top of the third, and Emery will have Peyton Nielsen up. He was at bat during the throwing error for Morgan as Chris Jansen was caught at home plate. Score right now, Morgan 1, Emery nothing. Top of the third coming up, Peyton Nielsen, Bo Stilson, and Trig Jensen all due up when we return.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
Oh, I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. CleanCutRoofingSiding.com.
Side-by-sides, four-wheelers, travel trailers, boats, and jet skis. All of your summer fun equipment needs insurance in case the unthinkable happens and they have to be replaced. But are you getting the best deal? It's time to call Dawn's Hometown Insurance for a free quote. Bundling your summer fun equipment with your auto and home insurance at Dawn's Hometown Insurance will help save you money. By calling Dawn's Hometown Insurance, you're ensuring that you get to work with a local agent that will work for you. Call Dawn at 637-3344 for your free quote.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Top of the third inning, 1-0 Morgan with a lead over Emery, and Peyton Nielsen will step up for his first at-bat. Manager Chase Julian went back out to have a conversation with a home plate umpire in between the inning, wanted more clarification on the missed call that should have been an infield fly. Would have gotten Emery out of the inning clean.
That goes down as a pop-up fielder's choice to shortstop, and then runners advance on the throw.
And on the first at-bat of the third inning, Talbot will set Nielsen down. So they don't rule it a hit. Fielder's choice.
Yeah, I'm looking at the official box score, and what they have down right now is pops into a fielder's choice to shortstop to Jensen, and then Burley and Vanez advance from third and to second.
Interesting. Now we go back to the top of the lineup. Bo Stilson will step to the plate.
So officially Morgan 2 hits, Emery with 1 hit, Morgan with 1 error. That was the throw into right field, which they got the out at home plate.
2-0 count for Bo Stilson. Bo has been hitting a ton. He's hitting 400 on the season. Here's a hard line drive. This one is handled at shortstop, and the throw over to first in time. Not an easy play to make for Gilson over at short, but he does and makes the throw over to Venz and for out number 2.
Yeah, Gilson has to play that one on the hop, and his feet dug at the edge of the grass, and he one-hops it, gets it, and then fires over to first with plenty of time. Tough play, like you said, 2 outs.
The lefty Trig Jensen will come to the plate. He grounded out back in the first inning in his first at-bat.
Man, a game where runs are going to be a premium. That missed call, this game might end 1-0, the way that these pitchers are pitching right now.
Well, as it sits right now, Talbot through 2 2/3 has only allowed 1 hit. He only got 2 strikeouts. Emery's made contact.
At 2 2/3, like you said, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 43 pitches, 25 for strikes. He's faced 10 batters.
Trigg swings, gets a piece of it, puts it into foul territory. Count sits at 0-2.
And where Emery right now, they've really helped Talbot out this inning by not being patient, not working counts. And it's a quick inning, and that's what Morgan wants from Talbot this inning. Emery's got to figure out a way to make him work some pitches this inning.
Trigg that time watches one go in the dirt for ball 2. Ball 1. Counts now 1-2. Trigg will swing. Gets the low off-speed pitch, just a piece of it, puts it down towards the Emery dugout. We'll do 1-2 all over again.
That slow breaking ball, and Trigg way out in front.
Trigg did find the ball in his last at-bat. It was just a ground out to first base. And now he watches ball 2 go by. Counts now even.
And the off-speed has not fooled Emery.
No, it has not.
It's just been the fastballs that start in and elevate up around the numbers.
And Trigg will get a piece again of the off-speed, sends it now down the third base into the Morgan dugout. We'll go 2-2 again.
Good at bat, making him work.
Hayden Citrit is on deck for the Spartans. He's got the lone hit so far. He chopped one into right field. 2-2 on the way from Talbot. Off-speed, missed out of the zone, and the count is now full.
Tie, and it's in the right-hand batter box.
So Trigg was aggressive early, found himself down 0-2. Now he's worked a quality at bat back to 3-2.
Yeah, elevated fastball's going to come.
There's the fastball, and Trigg was behind it for out number 3. So Talbot finding the rhythm. He sits down 2. Struck out Nielsen, ground out for Bo Stilson, and then a strikeout of Trigg Jensen. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. In that frame for Emery, very lackluster. No hits, no runs, no one left on base. Due up for the Morgan Trojans. We'll go, I believe, Beck Sheffield, Luke Burley, and Easton Venz as we go to the bottom of the third. Score remains 1-0 Trojans here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
You can have a healthy, beautiful smile at any age. Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Cowley, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. Treatment is a viable option for almost any adult. And like kids, adults can experience the self-assurance that comes with a confident smile, along with the benefits of improved oral health. Come in for a free consultation and see how Castle Valley Orthodontics can get you on your way to a beautiful smile. Affordable payment plans are available. Call 637-2222 for a free consultation today.
Spring is the season of fresh beginnings. This spring, let that new beginning be a new home. Hi, this is Greg from the Driggs Mortgage Team. My team and I are ready to guide you on this exciting journey, offering tailored financing solutions crafted with you in mind. Experience seamless service and personalized care because there's no substitute for experience. Call us today at 801-427-3577. Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Lincoln Gilson, the leadoff man for Morgan, as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Gilson, Beck Sheffield, and Luke Barley, the three due up. 1-0 Trojans with the lead. Hayden Citrid, the pitcher for Emery. And here's a soft blooping ball in the infield, and the throw over to first is in time. Hato picked it up. Had to sidearm throw that to Trevin at first base, who got it just in the nick of time for out number one.
Yeah, that one hit right, fisted off the end of the bat. Who wants to pick it up? And Hato comes over, picks it up, and then fires over to first to Gilbert to get the out just in time. For sure off the bat, I thought that was a base hit.
Looks
just
like
the
it.
way that it just stuck to the ground. He had three coming in, and finally they make the play.
Sheffield swings out of the zone. The right fielder 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bat. Batting out of the 3 spot for the Trojans in this game. Sheffield has been dangerous, hitting .260, and he finds himself down 0-2 as he fouls off the second pitch in the at bat.
Yeah, so far for Hato, 2 hits given up, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 2 1/3.
Had the rhythm working early with the strikeouts. Been a little while until now. Strikeout swinging. And Sheffield goes down for out number 2.
That's the 4th strikeout. And this is the inning Emery needs. A quick inning to get back up there, get back to the plate.
Bowerly, the catcher, steps up. He was hit by a pitch. I believe it was the first pitch in that at bat that sent him down to first.
And he's the one that came around and scored on the run from the hit from Vanez with the RBI from Stewart.
Swings and gets a piece of this one into foul territory.
Only 2 hits. Leonello, your leadoff, and Vanez, who bats right now after Barley.
It's a 2-1 count. Bowerly gets a piece of this one. He sends it to center. Conover trying to track. It's over his head, back to the warning track. Bounces off the wall. Bowerly wants to dig 3. Will they send him home? No. It's a stand-up triple and a runner in scoring position for Easton Venz. Boy, he got a piece of that one. And out of most high school ballparks, that ball's gone.
It's dead center. And like you said, if we're playing at Emery, we're playing at Carbon, we're playing at Morgan, North St. Pete, wherever we're playing, that ball's a home run. That ball was smoked to the fence, and it's a stand-up triple.
Marks the 3rd hit for the Trojans, and now Venz, the first baseman, who logged the first hit of the game for Morgan, will step to the plate.
And he went right back up the middle where Abrams had to duck out of the way, and it shot into center field.
He swings and misses on the first pitch, 0-1 count. Hato trying to get out of a jam yet again. Gave up 1 run last inning. Here's another ground ball right up the middle. Trick Jensen knocks it down, but he's unable to corral the ball, and that will be a hard hit RBI for Venz. And it's 2-0 Morgan in the bottom of the 3rd.
Same result, same spot, same place as the last at-bat, right up the middle. And this time, just coming up short, trying to make the play at shortstop was Jensen, who knocked it down, did a good job of knocking it down, making the ball stay in the infield. But the runner from 3rd was scoring regardless with the ball hit so hard.
So Bowerly's got his 2nd run of the ball game. And an RBI single for Easton Venz. Hato goes back to the fastball and misses out of the zone. The lefty, Talbot, the second baseman, also had a single in his last at-bat. That was back in the 2nd inning.
You get 2 quick outs, then you give up the triple, you give up a ground ball, and you look up, and you're down 2-0.
In the count, Hato finds himself down 2-0.
2nd straight inning, Morgan has scored.
2-0 count. Citron takes a look at the runner, goes back to a fastball and a swing and a miss for Talbot on the inside pitch. He'll go to the knuckleball from time to time. It's got him in trouble a few times this season. Today it's been the gas. That's what's been keeping him in rhythm on the mound. He finds the zone once again inside for strike 2. Count is now even 2-2. He's given up 4 hits in 2 2/3 against a very offensive prolific team in Morgan.
It's been the bottom half of the lineup, though, for Morgan that's come through.
Outside of Bowerly, yeah. Batting on the 4 spot.
Your 4, and then your 5, and then your 8 hitter.
Cooper Stewart had that RBI. 2-2 count off the foul ball. Hato's going to go back to it. 1 runner aboard. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Christiansen goes off speed, and this one, contact sent down third base, out of play. We'll go 2-2 all over again. Boy, Talbot was just a hair behind that one. This one is high and out of the zone for ball 3. Count is now full. On deck is Owen Gilson. Gilson, the third baseman, went down swinging in his last at bat.
It's not the worst thing if you give up a walk here to get to Gilson.
No.
But you just don't want to give up a hit in the outfield.
Talbot swings. There's a shot to the outfield, and it just drops foul.
Emery, fortunate that ball went foul because that's 2nd and 3rd. And maybe Morgan gets a little aggressive. That ball gets into that corner.
Peyton Nielsen was able to track it, but he was playing the bounce. You got a little bit of a different look to the fence out in left field. Not something you're used to at Emery High. You don't know how that ball is going to take a bounce. I agree with you. I think it would have scored a run.
Yeah, it cuts into that corner, and it's going to ping-pong around in there. I think it's a run.
Count remains 3-2. 2 down, bottom of the 3rd. 1 runner aboard. Christiansen goes fastball, misses on the inside. Olsen with a throwdown on the runner was going to go. Nobody was there. Christiansen was standing in between first and second, and Trigg Jensen did not back him up. Therefore,
Conover has to pick the ball up in center field and get it back in.
Fortunately for Emery, nobody advanced. So runners right now on first and second off of the walk. I believe that's only the 2nd walk of the day for Hato.
You just don't know why you're throwing down with 2 outs. Even if it's a strike, it's the 3rd strike.
Correct.
So you don't have to throw down. I think he just lost count of how many outs there were. And they're fortunate that Conover backed it up.
Heads up play by the sophomore out in center field.
Just got to be aware of the outs, the situations, especially at this time of the year.
There's a swing and a miss by Gilson. He finds himself in a 1-1 spot. Now, absolutely, it caught Christiansen and Trigg off guard. They were a little surprised on the throwdown. There's another swing and a miss for Gilson, and he finds himself sitting in a 1-2 count.
And that's why the Talbot at bat didn't really matter.
If you take care of business here against Gilson.
Yeah, you've kind of almost gave them a gift by just throwing the ball down. Right now, if you take care of business right there, Gilson, you should get out of the inning right now. No.
Sends the 0-2 foul, or the 1-2 foul, so we'll do it again.
I think you just come back with that elevated fastball up in the hands. He's chased twice.
Hitting .277 on the season, 1 runner in scoring position for the Trojans. They plated 1 in the 2nd, so far 1 in the 3rd, looking to extend the damage. Winner of this game tomorrow against Canyon View. Christiansen goes to the fastball. This one's popped up into shallow right center. Hayden Christiansen waves everyone off and takes it for out number 3. So Morgan able to do some damage. They get a couple of hits in the bottom of the 3rd. They score 1 run, and they leave 2 stranded. But they will take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 4th inning. Due up for Emery. It'll be Hayden Sitrid, Tice Larson, and Hayden Christiansen when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hayden Citron to lead things off for Emery here in the top of the fourth inning. 2-0, Morgan with the lead. Emery was shut out through the first 3 innings in their game Friday against Manti and ended up scoring 9 runs. We'll see if they can put forth a similar performance. Citron so far 1 for 1. Had the team's first hit, I should say the team's only hit so far back in the first inning as he sent one into shallow right field, and right now he finds himself with a 1-1 count. Talbot, the pitcher, entered the inning with 50 pitches through 3 innings. In comparison, Citron has worked 60 pitches through 3 innings.
Yeah, 53 now, officially 30 of them for strikes, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
He's got 3 balls on this one. Christiansen with a hitter's count at 3-1.
Good patient at bat.
See if he gets a fastball in the zone. He does, and Hato swings and puts it in foul territory. So now we're sitting at 3-2.
That 3-0 green light just late. And if he can
3-0 green light,
yeah,
correct. Yeah.
If he squares that one up, it's a base hit. Look how far the center fielder shaded towards right field in the gap.
3-1. Hato again puts it foul. Now we're looking at a 3-2 count. Hear that one bounce off the rooftop behind us. Lights are coming on. A little bit of a shadow now cast over the infield. Starting to creep into the outfield over and left. Still wide open sunshine in right field. 3-2, and this one is out of the zone, and Hato will reach with the walk. So Emery will bring the tying run to the plate, and that's Tice Larson.
That third walk issued by Talbot, I think this is the second time that he's walked the leadoff guy to put the leadoff man on for Emery.
Correct. Walked Hayden Christiansen in the second. Now Tice Larson comes to the plate.
Now you got to take advantage. You get a gift over at first, you got to get him around.
Hato's going to try to steal. He got a great jump, slides head first, and he is in time to put a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, with the move Talbot has, you've got a lot of room to run. And that's a great jump to get down to second, throw 1 hops low, and he's in there into scoring position. Now a base hit scores a run.
Tice did swing and miss for a strike 1 first pitch. Hato with a good lead over at second. Talbot goes back to work, and Larson gets a piece but sends it foul out of play behind the Emery dugout.
And even a ball hit to the right side is going to get him over to third. So you don't have to get it all back here. You just got to play situation baseball and try to get that guy to third.
Emery trying to break that goose egg off of the board. Citron with a big lead over at second. 0-2 count at the plate for Larson. Talbot still the pitcher. Swings and he grounds one to third. It is in fair territory. The throw over to first is in time, and Citron has to stay put over at second for out number 1.
That ball barely stays fair on the inside half of the bag. Makes the play. Nothing you can do at second. 1 out.
It's actually a heads-up play by Stewart. He snagged that ball before it bounced. What do they call a foul ball? Well, they called a foul ball, so.
That ball looked fair.
I was going to say.
That ball looked fair.
It looked like he snagged it before it went foul, but Emery perhaps catches a break here. We'll see if Larson can now capitalize. Count is 0-2, and this, in fact, they do as Talbot goes off speed inside, and it pegs Larson.
Well, there's the gift now twice, because that ball was fair inside of the bag. They make the play over to first, and you come back, and then you get plunked. So 2 on, no out. We're going to get a little speed up at first.
Emery going to go to the courtesy runner over at third base. And that is the speedster that you and I had an opportunity to watch all basketball season in Brett Griffin.
So a real big inning where Talbot's going to have to work, where Emery's put a threat on. No outs. Runners at first and second.
I thought it was a heck of a play by Cooper Stewart over at third.
Now I'm still because nobody, umpire-wise, made the foul signal. They just let the play go.
Outside pitch to Hayden Christiansen for ball one. Christiansen did walk in his last at-bat. That was back in the second inning. Came close to scoring a run for Emery. He was gunned down at home plate.
Sheffield made a great throw from right field.
Talbot that time steps off of the mound.
It's a good job by, though, Abrams over there to just get the pitcher a little bit rattled, get him, off just a little bit. So you dance around, get that pitcher thinking about the runners instead of the guy at the plate.
Christiansen showing
That's a great bunt.
Lanes right down the third base line, and he beats the throw. No throw was made.
That's one heck of a bunt, Jordan.
The speedster put it right down the third base line, in between the third baseman and the pitcher, to be exact, and Hayden is able to run that down, and with no outs, Emery has bases juiced.
I mean, he just stuck that ball dead right in front of home plate, and it dribbles to the edge of the grass, and with the speed, you have no play at first because the third baseman has to make the play. Third base is occupied by nobody, and you just take that base standing up.
Officially goes down as the second hit for Emery in this game in the top of the fourth. Chance to get back into it. Trevin Gilbert steps to the plate, and Trev has been key all season long. He's batting .316. He's got 15 RBIs and 5 doubles on the season. A double here would tie this game.
Morgan's playing the infield end, so a hard ball hit to the infield grass scorched through.
0-1 count. Trev watches outside. Counts now 1-1.
And I'm surprised they're playing the infield in. Play for the out.
Against Gilbert, I'm a little bit surprised myself.
Yeah, not with Gilbert. You don't want to play the infield in because the way the ball can hit off this turf, if it gets through, it's 2 runs.
1-1 on the way. Gilbert swings and he misses. Once again, a tad bit behind.
Preston just a little bit. Just has to relax a little bit at the plate. He sees the base is chalked, no outs, and he wants to make a big play. You just got to stay patient at the plate and just make contact with the ball. Put the ball in play, and something good's going to happen.
1-2 count. Gilbert gets a piece, sends it right behind home plate. About 5 rows in front of us. We'll go 1-2 all over again. There is action in the Morgan bullpen. Important to note for manager Jed Stewart. Getting something going down there, just in case Talbot cannot get out of this jam that he's put himself in. He goes outside, and Trev has worked that count even at 2-2.
That ball's off the plate. Morgan wanted it, but from our point of view, bird's eye view, it's off the plate.
Talbot does have another pitch to work with here in the fourth inning. Emery threatening with bases loaded and no outs, trailing 2-0. Talbot will step off of the mound and reset.
He's got to go fastball. He's not going to throw the off-speed.
There's the fastball, and Gilbert sends this one into the outfield. Looks like a little bit of trouble. It's handled for out number 1. That will advance the runners, and Emery maybe scores 2. Trying to come home, it's Breck. He scores on the errant throw, and we are all tied up. Gilbert did exactly what he needed to do. He popped that ball up into left center, and the Spartans managed to draw even 2-2 in the top of the fourth.
RBI sac fly. All I got to do is stay patient at the plate, put the ball in play, and he hits one to the outfield deep enough to score the run. Then with the throw coming to third, it's a bad throw. It gets away from third base, run scores, and more importantly, the runner advances to third base. And now you have another in scoring position.
Spartans can take the lead with a runner aboard at third, and that is Christiansen.
And Stewart, the third baseman, it's poor baseball because you got to go and cut that ball off. Instead, he's playing back, and he lets it get through, and it rolls to the corner, and it allows a run to score. And then you allow the runner to advance to third, so a pass ball gets you a third run or a hit gets you a third run.
Marks the second error on the evening for the Trojans.
So officially you go sac fly, Abrams scores, Griffin scores on the error by the center fielder Leonelli, and Christian advances on third on the same error.
Christiansen close to giving Emery its first lead. Bronx Olson will take a 5-pitch walk, and he finds himself on first base. Now with one down, Emery's got runners at the corners, and it's a 2-2 ball game.
That's the second error on Morgan. They lucked out with the first one, getting the play at the plate. This time, they do not, and they allow 2 to score, and they allow the advancement. Now you get first and third. And if you're Emery, you can be a little bit of aggressive here, see if you can still get a throw down to second. Maybe the ball gets through, and you get a cheap run.
Chase Franson is going to work as the courtesy runner, as Garrett Conover will now step up.
See if that's it for Talbot. 3 1/3 so far, 2 hits, 2 runs. One of those earned 4 walks and 3 strikeouts.
Been very solid up until this inning.
Yeah, but it's the first real inning. He's ran into some trouble and he's had to work out of it. And so far he's gave up 2 runs. Not his fault on the error. The sac fly is on him. The walks come back to haunt. We said Emery needed one of those innings where they finally, caused some chaos.
It was the 4th inning against Manti where they broke through. 4th inning again this evening against Morgan. We're all knotted up. Only 2 hits for Emery here on this mound visit. Again, there is action in the Morgan bullpen. Not sure they're going to go to it. It looks like Talbot's going to stay in the game and try to work himself out of this. I was talking to manager Chase Julian earlier today. I said, how many pitches does Hato go? He says, I'll throw him hopefully a complete game. I want to get as many pitches out of him as we can. So pitch count, not something that it appears either coach is looking at. Talbot's going to go back to work. Runners at the corners. And Conover puts a single into left field, and that will give Emery the lead, scoring Christiansen. Garrett Conover, the sophomore, coming through in a big moment.
Yeah, waste no time after the mound meeting. First pitch he sees, laces it into left field, but scores the run, so that air comes back to haunt. Would you allow the advancement? Now you got first and second. You're up 3-2, and you've got to continue to pile it on here. That's your 3rd hit of the game.
Runners at first and second.
I think now we're going to get that pitching change.
How about Garrett Conover, the sophomore? He had big moments last year in his first state tournament, and he picks up right where he left off last year. Solid hit into left field, and we do have our first pitching change of the game. Emery has come back to capture the lead. Top of the 4th inning, gets 3-2. Spartans up on the Trojans when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Hey, it's Bill Hicks, owner of Farlenos. I've got some exciting news. Spring hours are here. Monday through Thursday, we'll be here from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Fridays and Saturdays, we're open until 9 p.m. And for those lazy Sundays, we'll be serving up your favorites from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite or enjoying a relaxing meal, Farlenos is a place where the locals eat. And we can't wait to see you more often. Come on down and let us treat you to something special.
How well do algorithms answer your questions?
Your specific query will be addressed with a pre-written, standardized reply.
When you need help with life's important decisions like life insurance, home and auto coverage, and even retirement planning, rely on relationships, not robots. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Jill Jensen, at 637-8400 for a free quote today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So Talbot leaves the game. George Jensen will come in and relieve. Talbot is responsible for the runners right now at first and second. So his final total not done yet for the day.
Nope, book not closed on him so far. 3 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those earned 4 walks and 3 strikeouts, but responsible for the runners at second and first.
Showing bunt is Nielsen. He brings it back, and that's ball 1.
Yep, the winning inning starts out with a walk, and then you get a hit by pitch. Then you get your sac fly, and then you get the air, and all of a sudden everything opens up, and Emery, you look up 3-2.
This one is high and out of the zone for Nielsen.
I'll just be patient. Jensen right now missing high, 2-0.
Peyton hitting around $130 on the season. Did strike out in his first at bat. That was just last inning. This time he takes strike one. So the count's sitting at 2-1.
Get an opportunity here for Emery, the runner in scoring position. We've seen Chase hold the stop sign up once. They ran through. You got to be aggressive. That's a base hit through the middle.
Peyton
that's going to score.
Pokes it through, and now Franson's going to try to score. Throw home, not in time. Franson crosses home plate on the RBI from Peyton Nielsen, and it's 4-2 Emery.
Right past Gilson, and Franson comes around. He doesn't stop. We talk about running through the stop sign. This time he runs through. The ball, late catcher drop, 4-2.
And Garrett Conover is now in scoring position at second base. Runners at first and second. And we go to the top of the lineup. Jensen's pitch to Stilson, blows by a fastball for strike one.
Yeah, Talbot's still responsible for the runner at second, so you can't close it on him yet. And he's responsible for the 4 runs that have come across.
Right now, the 0-1 count for Jensen. Goes out of the zone. The count's even at 1-1. What an inning for Emery. Again, almost right on cue, Travis, as we talked about what they did against Manti. They're doing it again, finding ways.
Yeah, I think you spoke it into existence, so good job on your part.
High and out of the zone for ball 2. Stilson showing patience right now with the plate. And why not?
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, right now, missing high, nowhere near the zone. You don't want to chase and bail the pitcher out because you're chasing high strikes.
This time out of the zone, and now it's a 3-1 count.
Emery's been swinging the bats well. They finally woke up here in the 4th inning, putting a 4th spot on the board, and still got some ducks out there in the pond.
Stilson puts one through into left field. And Conover does not run through the sign. He'll stand flat foot at third, and Emery's got bases loaded with one out. And that brings up Trig Jensen.
Yeah, that ball didn't get hit hard enough into the outfield. It shoots past the shortstop once again, and then it trickles into the left field spot where Gilson gets it in quick over to Stewart, but the bases loaded, 4-2, and a chance, an opportunity to put more runs up here. 5 hits now on 4 runs for Emery.
The Spartans doing some work in the 4th, and they're looking for more. The way this game has gone so far, Trig Jensen has the opportunity to really put some pressure on Morgan, as Hayden Citron's been outstanding on the mound, allowing just 2 runs through 3 innings.
Yeah, and the infield has to come in now for Morgan with the bases full of Spartans. Hard hit ball on the ground. Now they're going to back up a little bit. Corners pinch in.
4-2, top of the 4. Emery has put all 4 runs on the board in this inning, and they're looking for more with bases loaded and Trig Jensen at the plate. Trig is 0 for 2 on the evening. He had a ground out in the 1st inning and a strikeout in the 3rd. And barring a double play, Emery will hit around here in the 4th. And Trig watches ball 2 go by. Now, when you get into a game like this, you always just want to see how the team that is favored will respond if you apply a little bit of pressure. I remember us having that conversation last year. Last year, Morgan was able to respond and answered the call with flying colors. Ball goes inside, and Trig is now 1 ball away from getting an RBI walk.
You should not be swinging. Do not swing. He hasn't been close in the zone. Be patient. Don't get yourself in an opportunity where it's a double play.
Trigg does swing, and he puts it foul. The count's now 3-1. Still a hitter's count, but I agree with you.
Swung at ball 4. So, like you said, 3-1, you're sitting all right. If it's anywhere close, I guess you're swinging now. Since you swung on 3-0, you're going to swing on 3-1.
Want to get to Citrid, who is on deck. Here's the pitch. Trigg sends this one into shallow right field, and it drops. And that's an RBI single from Trigg Jensen. He hit it softly, and there may have been some miscommunication between the second baseman, Tyson Talbot, and the right fielder, Beck Sheffield. That ball drops harmlessly, and Emery now has 6 hits and 5 runs, 5 hits here in this inning.
That's a soft little dink into right field, and nobody wants to go get the ball. It's another RBI. It's the 5th run, and you can officially close the book now on Talbot. 3 1/3, 3 hits, 5 runs, 5 of them earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts.
And now, Aiden Citrid will step to the plate. Citrid so far in this game is 1 for 1. He's got a single, a walk, a stolen base, and a run. He's been Mr. Everything yet again for the Spartans. They lead 5-2 when he watches ball 1 go out of the zone, and the count's now even at 1-1. The discipline that Emery has shown in the box, Travis, in this inning has been extraordinary. Abrams swings and puts it foul behind home plate for strike number 2.
You talked about how this inning started. Patience with the walk, and then you're just putting the ball in play. You're just making Morgan, you're making the defense try to react, and Morgan dug themselves a hole with a couple errors that allowed everything to open up in this inning.
Ball goes out of the zone, counts even now at 2-2.
You just don't have to go out there trying to crush the ball. All you got to do is just put the ball in play. And this team has been doing a great job of that the last week, 2 weeks.
Hasn't been any hard hits tonight.
No, you just put the ball on the turf and make the defense react. And the defense right now hasn't reacted.
2-2, that one goes out of the zone, and the count is full at 3-2. And this becomes a very crucial pitch for George Jensen.
Well, Jensen has to come in with the strike. So you're sitting at the plate, and if you're Jensen, you know you're going to get something that you can put some bat on and drive that ball.
Abrams leads the team in home runs, or Citrid. So far this season, he gets a piece of this one, and he sends it deep into left field, and it's tilting foul just barely. He almost had his 3rd dinger of the season. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Abrams knew fastball was coming dead tail center, and he's just a little bit tardy as that ball then sails foul at the last second. It would have been a grand slam. Instead, we do everything over again.
We are a mere few feet away from it being 9-2 Emery off a grand slam from Aiden Citrid.
Still has to come in with a pitch that you can drive.
3-2 count, 1 down, bases loaded, top of the 4th. It's still 5-2, Emery with a lead.
And you got a gap over shortstop.
There's the swing, sends this one into center field. It will be handled for out number 2, but it is definitely deep enough to bring in another run, and now it is 6-2 Emery. Abrams may have not gotten the grand slam that he was close to, Travis, but he did create a sacrifice RBI.
Yeah, just put the ball in play. It's deep to center field, easily scores the runner from 3rd. Now you put this game into grand slam range. So Emery doing a good job of just going station to station, putting the ball in play, scoring runs, and it's a 6 spot here in the 4th.
That run charged to Jensen. As you said, the final story on Talbot already been told. 2 outs, runners at the corners for Emery. And Dice Larson will step back up for his 2nd at-bat. Now remember, he was hit by a pitch on what we thought was going to be a ground ball out in the same inning.
The inning started with that little dribbler down. I thought that ball was fair. I think everybody thought it was fair. And then all of a sudden he gets back in the box. Next pitch plunked him. And here we are about, 40 minutes later, and we're still going.
There's an attempted steal, and the slide is in plenty of time as the Spartans have a stolen base. Trigg Jensen.
And Talbot saves that ball from going to the outfield and saves a run. I'm not throwing the ball down with 2 outs from that spot.
No.
with a runner at third. You just concede it. There's 2 outs.
6-2 the score in this one. Emery now with 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-1. Larson sends a shot into left center, and that's going to score 2 more. Rounding third is Jensen. He crosses home plate, and it is now 8-2 Emery.
Gets a pitch up in the letters, and he shoots it over the shortstop into right field. And with 2 in scoring position, they easily score. It's an 8 spot. That's 7 hits. And you talked about how Emery scored 9 straight coming into the inning, a couple days ago? Well, they've scored 8, Jordan.
That right there, Tice Larson, a 2 RBI double. Emery with 6 hits in this frame alone, all 8 runs, and they have jumped out to a monstrous 8-2 lead over the Morgan Trojans. Outside pitch, watching with the great eye, is Hayden Christiansen. Christiansen got on earlier in this inning with a bunt, a beautiful bunt, in between the pitcher and third baseman.
Yeah, they've just played situational baseball. They just put the ball in play, and good results.
Christiansen pops this one up, and there is out number 3, a pop out to first base. But you want to talk about the damage being done. Emery plates 8 runs off of 6 hits. They only leave 1 stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Emery right now with a comfortable 8-2 lead here at the 3A state tournament. The winner advancing tomorrow to take on Canyon View. We're back in 60 seconds on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Emery up 8-2. Hayden Citrid remains the pitcher on the mound for the Spartans, also known as Hayden Abrams, doing some great work. He starts with 2 strikes in this at-bat, as that one is fouled off down the first base line. The batter right now is Cooper Stewart, who was 0 for 1 on the afternoon, but he does have an RBI. Hayden so far has gone 3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs. He struck out 4. He's only issued 2 walks so far in this game.
Yeah, now with a 6-run lead, he can relax a little bit. And for Emery, put that 8 spot up. Now defensively, got to get out of this inning.
Don't allow Morgan to create any momentum. There's a shot over to the second baseman. Christiansen handles it, makes the throw over to Trevin Gilbert for out number 1. So Cooper Stewart goes down on a ground ball.
That's the at-bats we like to see. Quick ground ball, little dribbler down to second, easy play over at first with the first out.
How impressed have you been with what you've seen from this Spartan team today?
It's impressive. You get down, you're down 2-0. Haven't had really good at-bats through the first 3 innings. You get to that 4th inning, and you explode for 8 runs. You got 7 hits, and now there's a lot of pressure on Morgan.
Obviously, right now, playing some state championship caliber baseball. They're beating good teams and beating them handedly, Travis. This one a long ways from being over.
Yeah, long ways. Morgan's a very good team. But you set yourself up, put yourself in a position to get to tomorrow night against number 1, and that's Canyon View.
Right now, a 3-0 count. Strid has to go to the fastball, and he misses out of the zone. So Cameron Talbot who was the starting pitcher, will take a free base. It's the walk-off of Abrams, just the third walk he's issued so far this evening.
Just trying to limit things in this inning. Bottom of the 4, still a long ways to go. You're up 8-2. But you don't want to start walking guys, putting them on, where then Morgan has an advantage where they're chipping away. They put up a 2, 3, 4 spot, and they're right back in the game.
Well, that brings up the dangerous Canyon Leonelli. He's 1 for 1. Started the game with a leadoff single. Also has a walk. Here's a ground ball. Christiansen able to field it cleanly, and he makes the throw over to Gilbert at first base for out number 2. Although the runner in Talbot did advance to second, so a runner in scoring position for the Trojans with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th.
The ball hit sharply over to second. No chance to get the speedy runner going to second, so you just knock the ball down. Make sure you get the for sure out at first, and they do for the second out. Now you're not so much worried about that runner in second.
Hato goes to an off-speed pitch, missed that one out of the zone. Right now it is Lincoln Gilson.
Another runner at second. He's just going to dance around. You're going to let him do his thing over there. You're not so worried about him. Don't let him throw you off. Just worry about the guy in the batter's box and get out of this inning.
Hato works a fastball on the outside corner. Pegs it for strike 1.
With the speed he has, any ball in the outfield, he's going to score.
More than likely, yes. Here's a shot to the outfield. It is tracked by Stilson, and he'll handle it for out number 3. So not a clean inning, but a 0 pasted on the scoreboard. Emery will go to the top of the 5th. Right now, they're in control of this one. They hold an 8-2 lead when we return on 107.3 FM and 7:50 AM. Back half of the order up for Emery right after this.
J&D Automotive in Castledale and River Auto in Green River has been your trusted neighbors for 40 years, offering expert automotive parts and service right in the heart of Emery County. Thanks to a great partnership with Napa, you get dependable parts and a team that knows your car inside out. Whether you're in for a routine checkup or need of a major repair, J&D Automotive is close to home and ready to help. Visit J&D Automotive today and experience the difference of local care with big brand quality.
Looking for a great meal? Juniper has you covered with delicious pizza, pasta, burgers, sandwiches, and fresh salads. Juniper is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 12 to 8 p.m. Whether dining in or ordering out, Juniper makes it easy. Order through DoorDash for quick delivery straight to your door. From lunch to dinner, Juniper serves up flavorful meals the whole family will love. Stop by and see why Juniper is the perfect place for your next meal. Great food, great atmosphere every time.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of the 5th inning, Emery in control right now, 8-2. We'll see what kind of momentum the Spartans can carry over from that 4th inning, where they scored 8 runs off of 6 hits. Due up this inning. Maybe Trevin Gilbert will lead things off. So they'll go Trevin Gilbert, Bronx Olson, and Garrett Conover. And for the second time in this game, the Trojans are going to go to a pitching change as Carson Black will check in.
Emery's made Morgan use some pitchers. Exploded in the 4th inning. Now here in the 5th, up 8-2, trying to tack on a couple more runs. About that one off his shin, off his leg, foul ball.
Well, it's difficult to go through that one-loss bracket. You and I were talking about this on air just last week on Drive Time Sports. When you drop into that one-loss bracket early on here at Utah Valley, it's extremely difficult with pitching restrictions to come out of it.
That's almost like good luck. It's easier in softball. We talked about it. You've seen Emery work their way through it, get to the championship in softball. Baseball, almost like 0% chance, to work your way through.
There's just so many games that you have to play. in a short period of time. And so the question becomes, when do you wave the white flag? I don't think you do it yet. There's still 9 outs, but you have to save as many arms as you can. Gilbert will go down swinging for out number 1 on 3 pitches from Carson Black. A little bit of a different look. He's got that sidearm action, and that gets the best of Trev for out number 1.
A different angle to pick up with the arm slot. But again, yeah, you're right. When does Morgan say, all right, we're going to concede this game, save some of the pitching for tomorrow?
I don't think you're at that spot yet, but you're getting close to it, right?
Yeah, I think after the next inning, depending on what you do, you get to that 6th inning spot, then you start to think a little bit.
Black has been good so far. Coming in for George Jensen, who only went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 hits and 3 earned runs, did not strike out anyone. And already Black has 1 down, and he's got Bronx Olson fighting out of an 0-2 hole as he swings and misses.
And I think if you're Morgan, you're just going to ride Black the rest of the way.
There's a good chance of that, yes. Black on the 0-2.
Good pitch.
And that one catches the outside corner. You called it. Olson is caught looking, and that's the 2nd strikeout for Black. So he sits down Gilbert and Olson, and now Garrett Conover will step to the plate.
That is a heck of an off-speed pitch to freeze the hitter in the box. You're thinking fastball, and all of a sudden that thing comes in there 60 miles an hour and locks you up.
Conover, so far 1 for 2 with an RBI, goes to a check swing, and they say he broke. Strike 1.
Black has come in and really confused the Emery hitters with what he's throwing. And it's that arm slot, it's that different angle, and they haven't picked the ball up yet.
1-0 count. Or, excuse me, a 1 count. This time, Conover gets a piece of it, and he sends it into center field. And he's got his 2nd single of the evening, and that will prevent a 1-2-3 inning. Garrett Conover, the sophomore, coming through in a big way once again.
Yeah, Black made a mistake, just left that pitch hanging over the center of the plate, and that's an easy ball to pick up and drive into the center field gap for a single.
Peyton Nielsen will step up now for the Spartans. Nielsen batting out of the 9th spot. He's also 1 for 2. He's got an RBI and a strikeout to his name so far.
Yeah, he just tried to hook that breaking ball in there and left it a little bit up in the zone.
Peyton has had some big moments for Emery here late in the season. Really coming on out of that 9th spot. That's important. We talked about Talbot for Morgan. If you could flip that lineup, boy, what an advantage. And Nielsen has been that guy for Emery over the last few weeks. 1 runner aboard, top of the 5th, 2 down, Emery 8, Morgan 2. Carson Black, the 3rd pitcher for the Trojans. Here's a throw over to first, and Conover is now caught in the pickle. And this should be out number 3. Conover's going to make him work for it. He slides. Boy, it was close. And they finally get him on a head-first slide. Conover was very close to getting out of that. It was a great effort, but nonetheless, he is caught in between 1st and 2nd, and that's the way the top of the 5th comes to a close for Emery. No runs, 1 hit. No one left on base. Peyton Nielsen will lead off the next inning for Emery in the 6th. But due up right now for the Morgan Trojans. We'll see if they can get back into this ball game. They got a little work to do as we go to the bottom of the 5th. I believe that'll be Beck Sheffield, Luke Barley, and Easton Venz all due up when we return on 107.3 FM and 7:50 AM. Emery 8, Morgan 2.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
This is Dave.
And Ryan.
From Dave and Ryan's Movie Review.
Experience movies the way God intended them to be seen. On the big screen.
At the King Cole Theaters.
And action. Whether it's stunning action,
heart-stopping horror,
tender romance,
gut-busting comedy,
or wholesome family flicks,
movies are always better
on the big screen. Connect on Facebook for instant access to showtimes and the latest blockbusters.
With showing 7 nights a week and matinees on weekends, you can immerse yourself in the magic of of movies at the King Cole Theaters.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
We come out for the bottom of the fifth inning. Hayden Citron still on the mound for Emery. Hayden has done a phenomenal job. Again, Hayden Citron, also known as Hayden Abrams. He's got 73 pitches. 45 of those 73 have gone for strikes in this game. And he's put up a couple of goose eggs on that board right now.
That was a good pitch.
On a 1-2 count.
That's a better one.
Strikeout number three, or strike number 3 as Beck Sheffield swings and misses, and that is out number 1 in the fifth inning.
Doesn't get the call that goes right down the tube, so you throw a little breaking ball in the outside half that reaches to the left-hand side of the batter's box. The right-hander full swinging through, first out.
That's strikeout number 5 for Hayden.
Chopper, that's going to be tough.
First pitch, chopper, throw over to first, not in time.
They could tell as soon as that left the bat, they had no chance.
It was a nice effort over at shortstop by Trig Jensen.
That took that extra hop, and once that went into the air that high, you had no chance with the speed.
Right now, Morgan needs all the base runners they can get. Just their 5th hit of the ball game. And now Barley will step up to the plate with a runner at first. Gets a decent lead.
Again, Morgan, though,
ends up with Barley over at first, excuse me.
The only one that's really slaughtered the ball is the guy in the batter's box.
Yeah.
He hit 2 in the same spot right up the gut. Other than that, it's been a lot of soft contact. Ooh,
and Venz this time swings and lets go of his bat. It takes a bounce and goes flying into the Morgan dugout.
I was shocked that Emery not shading over the second base back since he's put 2 in that spot. They're just going to play natural.
Yeah, this has been the...
He's hit it in the same spot twice.
Yeah, he has. As Venz, this has been the real bright spot in the lineup.
He's out. First base occupied, strikeout.
Venz swings and misses, and that's the first time he's gone down swinging. So the second strikeout of the inning for Hato. And now Tyson Talbot will step up. I mean, you talked about it. Barley scored a run. He was hit by a pitch, and then he had a triple. And then you talked about Easton Venz, 2 singles right up the gut. Outside of that, production has been a little bit limited here for Morgan. Talbot has reached safely in his 2 at-bats. He has a single and a walk.
Yeah, a little time here for the catcher to catch himself. Is Olsen.
2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 runner aboard for Morgan. Emery leads 8-2.
Talk about Abrams, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 77 pitches, 48 for strikes.
And that is Carson Black who gets his first at bat, and he'll single into center field. And so now runners at first and second for the Trojans.
First pitch breaking ball. Looked like he might have jammed it just a little bit, but enough muscle to squirt it through into the outfield grass for a single. Runners at first and second.
How about Carson Black in this game?
He's done a good job towards the bottom of the lineup.
Courtesy runner will come in. That's Carter Mebos who will come in over to first base. Seen Mebos before as a courtesy runner. Now the Trojans have a runner in scoring position. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Abrams has 2 strikeouts this frame. 1 more would put up another 0, and this time he works inside. Owen Gilson, the shortstop, watches and moves out of the way for ball 1.
Yeah, Gilson right now has one of the strikeouts, 0 for 2. And a similar situation a couple innings ago where he was in this spot and he can't come through and he gets out again.
Here's a chopper to Citron. Hato picks it up and he'll make the tag himself halfway down the first base line. So that go around. The Trojans, they do pop up with a hit. However, they have 2 hits that inning. They're going to leave two stranded on base. So 2 hits, no runs, no errors for Emery, and Ado has made it through 5 innings. We go to the top of the 6th. Emery still in control of this one, 8-2 when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Peyton Nielsen will lead things off for the Spartans.
Let's hear what parents and patients are saying about Price Pediatric Dental.
We love Dr. Bott. His staff gives the children their full attention. They make sure my kids are comfortable the entire time.
Dr. Lund is so nice. I like getting a new toothbrush and toothpaste every time I go.
Both Dr. Markham and Dr. Lund have been so amazing with both of my boys. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
Call 637-9590 to schedule your child's appointment today at Price Pediatric Dental.
Can I afford a home?
How do I price and list my home?
Do I get pre-qualified?
Do I do an open house?
Does the realtor work for the buyer or the seller?
How do I show my home?
You have questions? Quick Realty has the answers. The only local realtor that uses a 3D camera and does complimentary virtual tours for every client. Quick Realtors are professional and experienced, and a premier agent on Zillow and specialist on Realtor.com, East Main Street Price, and at BQuickRealty.com, Facebook and Instagram. Call 613-HOME, 613-4663.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Top of the 6th inning, Emery 8, Morgan 2. The winner of this game will square off with the Canyon View Falcons tomorrow at 7 o'clock here at Utah Valley in Orem. Again, it is a beautiful setting for baseball. Tomorrow's weather not going to be as nice. The wind is going to be creeping in, but I think we're going to see lower temperatures.
Baseball is a funny game, Jordan. We were just all talking here in the booth about that inning, which a ball that you and I think everybody in the booth thought was fair, and turns out to be foul. You come back, you get plunked, and that inning explodes for 8 runs.
Yeah, it starts a rally.
I mean, that's how big it was.
You know, you were talking earlier on in the game that 1 run, 2 runs may be enough to win this game the way it was going. And there was a bad call that went against Emery on an infield fly that scored a run for Morgan.
No, those are, I think, the 2 glaring errors. And both teams got runs off of it. Emery scored 8.
Peyton Nielsen will drive one into left. It's drifting. It lands fair. Peyton Nielsen, he's rounding first, and he'll go back. Well, he got about a quarter of the way and thought better of it. And Emery will start with a leadoff single. Peyton Nielsen.
A soft looper that stays inside the wide of the chalk for a fair ball. And it's a long single. And Emery gets the leadoff guy aboard once again.
Again, the 9-hole hitter coming through for Emery. So that makes Peyton 2 for 3 on the afternoon and another hit.
2 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI. That's what you need, production from the bottom half to turn that lineup over and put your top guys on. Stilton already with a run and a hit. And you just work your way down. Jensen, Abrams, Jensen again. I mean, everybody's hitting.
Stilson watches ball 1, and then he swings at the second pitch, lifts this one into center field, and it's handled for out number 1. And so Nielsen will have to walk back over to first. He was going on that pitch.
That's at Emery. It's a home run.
There's been a couple of balls that would have been out of the park.
Yeah, Morgan had one that would have been. And
you have to wonder if Hato's grand slam would have been gone at Emery as it just drifted down the first base line. Foul territory out in left field. There's been a couple of them.
He's got a good pickoff move.
A pickoff throw over to first, not in time, as Peyton's able to slide back.
He's already got 1. He's got a good move.
Black's been good. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning with a runner on first base. Trig Jensen, the batter, he gets a piece of it. And he pops this one up to right field for out number 2.
2 long fly balls. Black coming in, doing a good job since he's took over. 1 1/3. Or 1 2/3 now with only 2 hits. Struck out 2.
Trig Jensen accounts for out number 2, and now Aiden Citron will come to the plate.
And Black up to 14 pitches, 11 of those for strikes. They picked him off again.
Peyton this time is going to steal second successfully. The pickoff throw over to first. Peyton does have speed, and rather than making the throw over to second and risking an extra base, Easton Venz, the first baseman for Morgan, wisely just eats it. And so a stolen bag for Peyton with a runner in scoring position. However, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on the way, and Hato gets all of this one. Sends it to left field. It's gone! Over the left field wall. Hayden Citron makes it 10-2. That one stayed fair, Travis, and that may in fact be the dagger.
Well, you have the pickoff over to first that he can't dig out of the glove. It allows the runner to get to second because they had him picked off over at first going to second. You can't dig it out of your glove. He gets the second. Very next pitch, a blast home run to left field, and it's 10-2.
Hato nearly went grand slam last inning. This time he leaves no doubt. Sends it over the left field wall. And that's a 2-run shot to give Emery an 8-run lead in the top of the 6th inning.
And that was the first real mistake that Black has made. He left a slow breaking ball in the inner half, and that's an easy pitch to drive. It's up in the zone, and he got all of it for the home run.
Little 2-out rally here for the Spartans. And now stepping up is Tice Larson. Larson has also been good in this game for Emery. Again, he ate one that kind of started things. He's got 2 RBIs off 1 hit. This time he lays off on a ball outside. It's 2-1.
Just refreshing to see guys for Emery get up there at this level, and you got runners on, and you're not just trying to do too much. You're just putting the ball in play, and you're scoring runs.
Tice is going to take this one into right field, and it's caught for out number 3. But again, the damage is done. Hato helping his own cause. A 2-run shot to left field, and that gives Emery a 10-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Well, we've reached a crucial stretch in this game. There's a line drive ball, bounces off of Trevin Gilbert's glove. He's able to recover, makes the throw to Hato in time for out number 1 at first base. Way to stick with it. Hard shot. Trev couldn't get a glove on it, but he was able to track it down and then make the toss over to Hayden, who was heads up, Johnny on the spot for out number 1.
It's the palm of the glove. You stay patient. You don't panic. You pick the ball up, and you get over to first, covering. Good hustle. First out. 10 runs on 10 hits now for Emery. 2 runs, 6 hits for Morgan.
Now Cameron Talbot will come to the plate with 1 down. 9-hole hitter. Hayden remains in the game right now. That pitch count has reached 85. Finds himself in a 2-0 hole. Talbot swings and misses out of the zone on that one. Now the count has been worked 3-1. Bottom of the 6th, Morgan down to their final 5 outs.
Talbot's worked 2 walks from this 9th spot tonight.
This time he puts one right in the middle of the infield, and but a tough play for Christiansen to make. Talbot's going to run it off, and Morgan has a runner aboard.
Yeah, it's the second baseman's ball. He's got to charge in. It's out of reach for Hato coming off that mound. The second baseman can't get to the ball. It sticks to the ground. A little nubber off the end of the bat. Maybe jammed him a little bit, but it's a base hit, infield hit. Again, soft contact. They haven't really crushed the ball. I mean, if you look at their lineup, one guy has crushed it, and that's Venez.
Yeah, Vans has done that. They did get a triple from Bowerly, but other than that,
that's it. Three
that's
balls.
That's about it, yeah. Stepping now to the plate with one runner aboard, we go to the top of the lineup, and that's Cannon Leonelli. Pitch to Leonelli, and we're even at 1-1. He started the game off with a single. He was caught stealing, had a walk and a ground out. Going back to the fourth inning.
At 1 for 3.
Abrams finds the outside corner with a fastball, and now he's ahead in the count 1-2. Pitch count continues to rise, but with Emery in control of this, manager Chase Julian not yet needing to even think about making a pitching change. Leonelli's going to hang in there. Foul ball behind home plate. Out of the ballpark, count remains 1-2. Talbot with a miniature lead over at first. On deck is Lincoln Gilson. And there's strike three. A throw down to first, not in time, but Ado just continues to work. I believe that's strikeout number 7 on the evening as he sits Leonelli down on 5 pitches.
5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks.
Lincoln Gilson comes to the plate. Gilson with a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out.
6 strikeouts.
6 for Hayden, correct.
Oof.
And this time he let one loose on the inside, and it pegs Gilson in the head. And so now Morgan's going to have runners at first and second.
I think the ball hit the...
And that's what manager Chase Julian is coming out of the dugout to say.
The
hey,
way
that
that
ball
the
hit
ball
that
ricocheted back off the net. Yeah, even the batter thought it was a foul ball. That ball, the way that it corkscrewed back towards the netting would tell you...
Did it not make contact with his head?
I think it hit the bat.
It hit the bat, then the head, and bounced off. That's what they're going to talk about. He may be going back. No, they're going to say it did not hit the bat. And Coach Julian is not happy again.
I mean, if the guy standing at the plate thinks that it's a foul ball, and then you tell him to go to first, isn't it a foul ball?
I couldn't tell if he was trying to collect his wits or if he thought it was a foul ball.
I mean, if that hit his head, that ball ricocheted 50 feet backwards.
Yeah.
But it made some sort of clunk sound, like it hit the
helmet off of the bat?
The bat. Regardless, it doesn't matter. He's at first, no matter what we think.
So that brings up Beck Sheffield with 2 runners aboard now for Morgan. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Abrams goes back to work and puts this one low for ball 1. Count is even.
Just think the communication with the umpires just hasn't been there.
It's been different, that's for sure. Very tough job, no doubt.
Just some of the things that you've got to signal, though.
Right.
And I don't think they've done a good job of clarifying.
Sheffield swings. And we got strike 2. So the count's now 1-2. 2 down, top of the 6th. Or bottom of the 6th, rather. Emery trying to get out of the 6th. Sheffield with a ground ball. It's handled by Larson at third. The throw over to first in plenty of time. And so Hato has 2 runners, but they leave him stranded. As he was able to work a couple of Ks in that inning, get his total up to 6. And we will go to the 7th inning. Emery is 3 outs away from advancing in the 3A state tournament. Top of the 7th coming up, 10-2 Spartans when we return on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Caring for each and every customer and their needs is the foundation of what Smart Health Pharmacy is all about. So when I need a prescription or advice, I can depend on the pharmacist at Smart Health.
Looking for a new pharmacy? It's never been easier to transfer your prescriptions to Smart Health. Call 687-5050 or go to smart-healthrx.com. Download their app today with convenient drive-through at 221 North Main Street, Huntington.
It's your health. Be smart about it. Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Top of the 7th inning for the Spartans. They could try to increase this lead a bit, but they lead 10-2 off of a dominating 4th inning where they played at 8 runs, 10 hits, 10 runs. You got to be happy with that, the way things have gone so far. Playing some of their best baseball of the season. They've been close all year, Travis. Had the most difficult schedule in 3A, and the RPI will reward you for a difficult schedule. But there were some tough losses at the end of the season that caused Emery to plummet. And I think the mindset going into the state tournament from coaches around the state was, this is not your traditional 12 seed. And we are learning that. We're seeing it live and in color.
No, they started to swing the bats a lot better towards the end. You've seen it in that Super Regional opener, and it's carried over tonight in that 4th inning. It took just a little bit of time, but they explode for 8 runs. They get 2 more a couple innings later. They've got 10 hits. They've got 10 runs, and they're 3 outs away from advancing to tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against the number 1 seed, Canyon View.
Christiansen right now at the plate. It's a 2-2 count. Black remains the pitcher. Christiansen reaches, gets a piece of it, sends it into foul territory. A diving grab for out number 1.
A nice play.
That was Cameron Talbot who comes up with it, sliding on his knees a good 6-7 feet beyond that first baseline. Digs that one out of the ground for out number 1.
Yeah, the wind's starting to pick up, so that ball's pushing towards foul territory. Comes over from second base. That's a long run. Him and the first baseman have to come over. And he slides through, makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Still been a very productive evening for Hayden Christiansen. He had a walk and a single. He had a bunt. He's played well in this game. But now stepping up to the plate is Trevin Gilbert.
And you and I on Dry Time Sports Day talked about the matchup tonight. We thought it was a very favorable matchup for Emery in this game. And eventually you want to play number 1, and you're going to have to beat number 1, and you're 3 outs away from getting that opportunity tomorrow night.
Hard ground ball hit to short. Gilson's able to dig it out and make the throw over to first in time for out number 2. So Gilbert goes down on a ground ball.
I thought you and I, when the bracket came out, we're looking at it, we're like, Emery didn't get a bad draw.
No, I mean, they split the season set with Manti, and I don't think that Manti was too thrilled to get Emery being the 5 seed going up against this 12. And they paid for it dearly. Here's Olsen, sends a shot to right field. You talked about the wind picking up, but still a great track on that ball out in right field.
And the wind kept that one up.
And Sheffield was able to track it for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Black. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Morgan's got some work to do if they want fireworks in this one. Emery 10, the Trojans 2. We're down to the final 3 outs of this one when we return.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Middle of the order for Morgan as they are down to their final 3 outs. Luke Bowerly, the catcher, will step to the plate. He's 1 for 2 so far this evening. He did hit a triple. He has to get out of the way of this one as Hato puts it in the dirt. That's over 100 pitches for Hayden, trying to go the distance in this one. He's allowed just 2 runs, 7 hits. He's got 6 strikeouts, and he has kept one of the more potent offensive units in this tournament at bay with just 2 runs. There's 4 shutout innings, which is impressive in itself. It was very close from having 6 shutout innings, as we've talked about the missed call on the infield fly rule. Other than that, it's been pretty good today. Everything and more of the senior leader. Control, a little bit of an issue with this at-bat with Bowerly. First time we've seen this from Hato in this game. He finds himself in a 3-0 hole. It would be ideal to close the show on this one early and not put yourself in a situation to where it gets interesting at all, as Bowerly will take the leadoff walk, and so the Trojans have the lead runner aboard.
You don't want bad habits to start. Trickling in this late. Manager Chase Julian going out there. Leadoff walk up 10-2, 3 outs away. So just want to play clean.
That is going to be it for Hato. He will come out of the game going 6 solid innings, giving up 2 earned runs, 7 hits. He walks 4, he strikes out 6. Trig Jensen will now step up to try to record the final 3 outs. Not a high leverage nor a save opportunity, with Emery holding an 8-run advantage. So Hato will most certainly take over at shortstop. Talking to him last week, I asked him, what's your favorite spot to play? He's been all over in the infield. We've seen him at first, we've seen him at third, we've seen him at short, we've seen him in the outfield. He says, put me at short. He says, I like the action. Also an outstanding football player. You and I saw that firsthand. Remember, he scored the first touchdown of the season on the defensive side. He was a key component, Emery getting to the state championship for the first time in over 20 years. So he has been huge for Emery Athletics in his senior campaign. I asked him, what do you like more, baseball or football? What do you think he said?
Baseball.
He said baseball, 100%. He said, I like football. I love baseball. He'll take over at shortstop, so the shortstop, Trig Jensen, will now step to the mound. 1 runner aboard for Morgan. Easton Venz, the first baseman, will step up. Carson Black is on deck. First pitch from Trig. Outside, and Olsen picks it up, tries to pick off, throw down to first, not in time. Nice lead over at first base for Barley. Again, Ven's the batter for the Trojans. Ven's been pretty good. This is really the only part of the lineup that has given Emery fits this evening.
Yeah, Ven's right 2 spots right up the middle.
He swings and misses.
Last time he lost his bat in the dugout, though.
Swinging out of his shoes on that one. He finds himself down right now in an 0-2 count.
Yeah, he's trying to murder the ball to the Chevron station out there.
0-2 count, one runner aboard, and Trigg goes high, and Menz has to duck. Bronx Olson with a heads-up play, able to snag that ball. Sends Bowerly back over to first. 1-2 count. Trigg delivers a fastball, and that time Venz gets a piece of it, but he sends it in foul territory. Count will remain 1-2. Trigg showing some patience. The delivery just missed on the outside. Counts now 2-2.
Yeah, the 3 outs they're trying to get going to be difficult. You're amped up a little bit. You know that it's right there for the taking. You just got to settle down and play what got you this 8-run lead. Right now, they're a little chaotic.
Trigg misses the zone, so the count's full. Typically, when you get a big lead, we've seen complacency set in. You know, you come off of that high of the 8-run inning.
Relax.
Yeah, things have settled down a bit.
But you don't want to start putting guys on where something, goofy can happen. And
3-2, there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. Trigg Jensen.
And that should settle everybody now. Getting that first out.
Typically helps.
Full count, swings right through it. Out number 1, 2 outs away.
And now Carson Black will step up. Black has been a breath of fresh air for Morgan in a game where not a lot has gone right. Trigg tries to attack early. He does, hits the inside corner for strike 1. Black 1 for 1. Had to come in and pitch 3 innings of relief work. Good job. His only blemish during his time on the mound was a 2-run shot from Hayden Citrid.
Yeah, he let that breaking ball up in the zone. And next thing you know, left field fence, home run, 2 more runs. But other than that, he did a really good job coming in. And he had to come in and eat some innings up.
That's key.
They were cruising all the way to the 4th inning. It started with a walk, and then what we thought was a fair ball down the third baseline turned into a foul ball, turned into a plunk, and everything just torpedoed from that spot.
0-2 count for Black, and Trigg goes low on the breaking ball and misses in the zone. Count goes to 1-2. So barring anything chaotic, we'll be back here in the same spot tomorrow at Utah Valley University, UCCU Ballpark. Canyon View will be a tough task. Here's a ground ball hit. And it will, what do they call?
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Foul ball that went to shortstop into the outfield grass.
Bounced off of the glove of Hato and kept rolling. So the count's going to remain 1-2. 1 down, 1 runner aboard for Morgan. They got a runner on second. Carson Black, the man right now with the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the afternoon or the evening already. Trigg Jensen trying to finish out the final 3 outs for Emery. Trigg with 1 strikeout already. So he's gone 1/3 of a frame. Looking for strikeout number 2. He can get it right here.
Yeah, if it's a foul ball, why do we have a runner at second?
It's a great call.
I mean, he can't be batting in the batter's box. It was a foul ball. The guy at second base when he was at first base. So
should have a runner at first. Instead, we have a runner at second. And Black fouls this one off. It goes behind home plate.
Yeah, I mean, do they call interference? Do they call balk? That's the only 2 other options.
Interference is the only thing I can think of.
Interference on the catcher. But he didn't signal that.
He didn't signal it. Nor did he signal a balk. Regardless, 1 runner aboard at second. Trigg looking for the second out. He misses out of the zone. Count is now 2-2. Said it gets a little laxed in these 10-2, these blowout games in the 7th inning, and you can fall out of rhythm. That tension that you have in innings 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 kind of starts to drift away. Trigg goes off speed, and Black swings and misses for out number 2.
Off speed, like you said, swung right through it for the second out. And Emery right now, Jordan, 1 out away from advancing to tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, against the number 1 seed, the Canyon View Falcons.
Owen Gilson will step up, and he represents the final chance for a late-game rally here for the Trojans. 1 runner aboard, it's Burley. He stands at second.
Yeah, you ain't worried about the runner second.
Trigg goes right down Broadway for strike 1.
The runner second is meaningless.
Yep. So Trigg has come in. He's seen 2 batters, and he's fanned 2 batters. After Bowerly walked on the final batter that Hato faced. So he is responsible for that runner over at second. Trigg off speed again, a swing and a miss, and now the Trojans are down to their final strike. As Gilson, who was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a pop-out, strikeout and 2 pop-outs, trying to potentially build a little bit of momentum as Morgan will have to square off with North St. Pete, barring anything wild, tomorrow, and Trigg misses high out of the zone. It's a fascinating matchup. North St. Pete qualified after they knocked off the Carbon Dinos in Carbon with back-to-back wins.
Swept the Dinos.
Trigg on the 1-2, swing, this one into center field. Conover tries to dig it out, it bounces in front of him, and a run will score. Now that will be charged to Hato, so his final total is 3 earned runs off 7 hits in 6 innings.
Again, soft contact, but enough where it just dies in the outfield grass off the end of the bat just a little bit. Runner comes in from second and scores. 10-3. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th.
And now stepping up is Cooper Stewart. Stewart swings at the first pitch, and this one drifts foul. Out of play for strike 1.
Got a little late on that one off the end of the bat. Foul ball, pushed it first base side into the stands.
10-3 ball game. Emery with the lead. Morgan down to their final out. Down to their final 2 strikes. Trigg Jensen, the sophomore, in the game. There's a swing, and this one right over the head of Chris Jansen at second base. And now 2 runners aboard for the Trojans as the back half of the order finally starting to come through. Gilson got his first hit a moment ago, and now Cooper Stewart has his first hit.
He camped over it over at second base, and at the last second he looks up and he says, oh, it's over my head, and it goes into the outfield grass. So another soft single.
Cameron Talbot, who was on line for the loss here for Morgan on the pitcher's mound, will step up.
Emery's still trying to get that third out here. 10-3, 2 runners on.
9 hits for Morgan. Emery has 10 hits in this game. 10 runs on 10 hits. Now, in the game against Manti, they had 9 runs, 9 RBIs.
That's a fine. I mean, these guys don't count. I mean, they don't matter out there.
Not at the moment they don't, as that ball it bounces out of the glove of Bronx Olson, drifts right side towards the Emery dugout, and the runners advance. So now 2 runners in scoring position, 10-3 ball game, 2 down.
You're just worried if it gets to the Grand Slam range, which we're approaching. Now they're at 3. You get a home run here in your Grand Slam range, then you're in a little bit of...
If Talbot finds a way to cross home plate, maybe you worry a little bit.
But right now, you're just worried about getting him at the plate.
Trigg that time able to work a fastball down the middle of the zone for strike 1, counts 2-1.
I mean, what they've done in this inning, it's been soft.
Yeah, there's been nothing hard hit. No. Trigg goes off speed, and he misses in the zone. The count's 3-1. This is why I say it gets a little dangerous. I shouldn't say dangerous. Maybe a little, I don't know. You go back to the top of the lineup. Leo Nelly is on deck if Talbot reaches.
Yeah, right now for Chase over there, just like, a little on edge because you're just prolonging things with the pitch count. And you just want to get out of this inning and get the win.
Talbot swings and misses. And again, Morgan down to their final strike. 3-2 count, 2 down. Bottom of the 7th inning, a runner on second, a runner on third. Emery well in control. Trig Jensen looking for his 3rd strikeout. He can end this game right here. 3-2 on the way, and he finds the zone for strike 3. Talbot thought he was going to get a free base, and he's rung up at home plate, and that brings this game to an end. Emery pulls off another upset, their 3rd consecutive win in the state tournament, and tomorrow they will have a chance to knock off the number 1 seed, the Canyon View Falcons, under the lights here at Utah Valley University.
Good win. I mean, you battle back, you fall behind 2-0. Bats wake up, you score 8 in the 4th inning, and you get 2 more a couple innings later. You get 10 runs off 10 hits, and you advance and stay in that winner's side.
They continue to stack up the wins. We're going to recap this one, and I believe we will catch up with manager Chase Julian in just a moment. Final score here tonight. Emery continues to stack W's. They top the Morgan Trojans 10-3. Post-game wrap-up show brought to you by Eastern Utah Community Credit Union is coming up when we return.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Bill Hicks, owner of Farlenos. I've got some exciting news. Spring hours are here. Monday through Thursday, we'll be here from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Fridays and Saturdays, we're open until 9 p.m. And for those lazy Sundays, we'll be serving up your favorites from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite or enjoying a relaxing meal, Farlenos is a place where the locals eat. And we can't wait to see you more often. Come on down and let us treat you to something special.
How well do algorithms answer your questions?
Your specific query will be addressed with a pre-written, standardized reply.
When you need help with life's important decisions like life insurance, home and auto coverage, and even retirement planning, rely on relationships, not robots. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Jill Jensen, at 637-8400 for a free quote today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, cold beer, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
It's time you started working close to home. GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance is looking for experienced miners, mechanics, electricians, and surveyors to fill local jobs. Stop traveling every week and let GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance find you a job closer to home and your family. No more leaving your family every week traveling to a work site. There are good paying jobs right here close to home, and GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance can help you get started today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. Your new job close to home is waiting for you.
J&D Automotive in Castledale and River Auto in Green River has been your trusted neighbors for 40 years, offering expert automotive parts and service right in the heart of Emery County. Thanks to a great partnership with Napa, you get dependable parts and a team that knows your car inside out. Whether you're in for a routine checkup or need of a major repair, J&D Automotive is close to home and ready to help. Visit J&D Automotive today and experience the difference of local care with big brand quality.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Turns out to be a lopsided affair tonight as Emery tops the Morgan Trojans 10-3, and the Spartans will stay in the 7 o'clock slot when they return to the field tomorrow to take on the Canyon View Falcons. It was definitely a performance to remember tonight for Hayden Citrin, also known as Hayden Abrams. He was outstanding throughout this game, goes 6 solid innings for the Spartans. He keeps Morgan at bay. But he also sent a 2-run shot over the left field wall. He did a little bit of everything. Emery found themselves in a 2-0 hole, but it was that 4th inning once again. And we talked about that with manager Chase Julian earlier today, how Emery managed to battle back from a 4-0 deficit against Manti, how they stayed in the moment. They didn't ever really doubt. They didn't get too high. They didn't get too low. And they powered through. Well, they did it again tonight, trailing 2-0 when not a lot was going right early in this game. In fact, the first run of the game was somewhat of a gift for the Morgan Trojans on a missed infield fly rule that the umps got together. They talked about it. They elected that it was not an infield fly. Manager Chase Julian was not happy with that call. But the run went to Morgan, and Emery managed to fight back and played very, very well after that. That 4th inning was monumental for the Spartans in tonight's game. We'll take a look at the final stats, and I believe we will catch up with Coach Julian here in just a few moments as we recap everything that went down in tonight's game. Final score, Emery 10, Morgan 3. We're going to send it back to the studio one more time. When we return, we'll continue with the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game wrap-up show here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
We still believe in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law is committed to making sure your rights are protected and seek for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. We've helped countless clients get through their legal troubles, so if you or a loved one feel that you have no one to turn to, you do. Oliver Law in Price. Everyone deserves a great defense attorney. 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
You're looking for somewhere you can be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
Step up to the plate with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. Just like baseball, managing finances is all about making smart plays. Whether you're aiming for a home run with a new home loan or stealing second with unbeatable auto loan rates, our team is here to coach you through every financial inning. Slide into our branch today and let's hit a financial grand slam together. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where everyone gets VIP treatment.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit. Equal housing lender.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Final score again tonight. Emery tops the Morgan Trojans 10-3. They stay in the winner's bracket at the 3A state tournament. We're going to talk about tonight's dominating performance. Joining us in the broadcast booth, we have manager Chase Julian. Coach, it's great to chat with you again. Always more fun after a win. Congratulations on that big victory.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be on here, especially after a win.
Yeah, it's fun, no doubt. And you and I were talking earlier today about how the boys managed to rally back from that 4-0 deficit against Manti. And I made reference to that several times early on in this game. It was that fourth inning where things kind of changed. Well, tonight, it was the fourth inning yet again. You guys put up an 8 spot.
Yeah, we at the start of the game, we were kind of getting a little anxious at the box, getting out in front of balls, popping balls up. Our boys made an adjustment. I told them we just need to single them to death. Like, just quit trying to do too much. It's not going to be won with one swing of the bat. We went out there. We had great approaches after that, putting balls in play and putting them where they weren't. So it was good.
Yeah, there for a while, they weren't necessarily hard hits. They really weren't. It was just making contact and really putting Talbot, who's an excellent pitcher, in a couple of uncomfortable spots. I think that's always what you want to see, right? You want to see the higher seed get tested at some point in time, and you guys tested Talbot, and it proved to be a little too much.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher. He pitched well against us the first 3 innings, and then we made some adjustments, and it worked out in our favor, so.
Baseball's a weird game. Sometimes it's just one little thing that can change the momentum. And in that fourth inning, we thought Tice had grounded out. Instead, they call it foul. He gets plunked on the next pitch, and that's where the rally starts.
Yeah, and it something little like that, a foul ball that, it was foul, but something little as that where you get hit by a pitch. Tice does whatever it takes to get on base, and that's what we needed. Is he gets hit and we get on, and it starts us running. So it was good.
I asked you earlier today how many pitches could we see Hato throw, and you said throw 100 pitches, just get us through the game. That's what it took.
Yeah.
But he was outstanding, no less.
Yeah, he pitched well for us. There's the times that he did struggle, he was getting behind batters, but he pitched awesome for us. He went out there, stepped up as a senior, and he pitched a gem for us, and that's what we need at the state tournament. The bats are amazing to have, but it's also awesome when you got a pitcher that throws as well as he did to limit them to three runs total.
Yeah, we know that this is a Morgan team that can score runs in bunches, and was it 4? I think he had 4 shutout innings before they finally got 4 shutout innings. So he went 0-1-1, 0-0-0. Like he was phenomenal in getting out of jams as well. You talked about getting into trouble. There were a couple of times he managed to get out of some spots where you thought that it was inevitable that Morgan was going to play to run.
Yeah, and it was awesome. He stepped up big for us today. I think at one point he had runners on second and third and 1 out. And fanned the next 2. So he stepped up big for us today, and that's what you need. One down, several more to go, but got the first one out of the way.
Honestly, if we get the call on the infield fly, he gets out of a bases-loaded jam without any runs.
Yeah, yeah, and I couldn't manage to help us out there, but
well, if it makes you feel any better, you had everyone in the booth yelling at the top of their lungs as to what they were looking at and how that wasn't an infield fly rule. What was the explanation that they gave you?
He said it wasn't a routine fly ball.
Oh, it looked very routine, but
yeah. So
okay.
I mean, our third base. This is what I tried to explain to him: is I thought it was a routine. If the sun doesn't get in my third baseman's eyes,
correct.
Like he made a play to go backwards. The sun was in his eyes. The rule states if it's an ordinary or routine play, and I mean I thought it was, but apparently I don't know as much as them umpires do. So,
well, it only cost us 1 run. Thankfully, it wasn't a deciding factor. Going back to Hato, he's a few feet away from launching a grand slam at a very key moment in the game. He gets another opportunity in the ensuing inning. And this time he leaves no doubt. He sends a shot over the left field wall. It was a 2-run blast, and it felt like at that point in time, all right, this game, it's not over, but it's over. You could just see the body language for Morgan. It kind of like sucked the wind out of him, and you saw the excitement from Hato. What was the dugout like in that moment?
I could just hear him yelling and screaming and jumping up and down for Hato. He's a great kid, and I mean he deserved it. I think he got. That was probably 5 feet from the first
that
one
was
being
close.
a grand slam. It was pretty close. So, he's had a great year for us, and it was just amazing to see him to get going like that.
We said if this game was at Emery High, that's a grand slam. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a I don't know, it's a beautiful facility they got here. Great park, so but yeah, it would have been nice to play there for sure.
I did ask you this earlier today, what this team learned going back to last year, because you guys had a great run. You played some really good baseball at the state tournament. You also had a couple of freshmen that had to give you some key moments in Garrett Conover and Trig Jensen, and they have to give you key moments again tonight. I thought Garrett was phenomenal at the plate. He came through in a couple of really big moments, and so we're seeing the maturity of those freshmen last year now as sophomores. They're not playing like sophomores, let's put it that way.
Yeah, they stepped up big for us last year. They've had their struggles this year for us, but when we need it most, they step up. Like I said last year, the bigger the game, the bigger the kids step up. And Trig gets in there. He pitches well for us today. Garrett, he's seeing a beach ball. And it's contagious, like you said earlier. It's contagious. When you get going, it's gets everyone going. So, I mean, it's amazing what they can do.
Let's talk about what this does as far as the bracket is concerned. It's so difficult if you lose this first game to come through that one-loss bracket. You got to try to buy as many wins as possible to limit the amount of games. But, Coach, now all of a sudden we get Canyon View tomorrow. I mean, that's number 1 versus number 12. I don't think those numbers really matter at this point in time. It's a team that we've already seen twice. And you have a chance to now become the 1 seed in the state tournament. I think that's what you've earned, right, by getting them this early in the tournament. Do you view that the same way? Hey, if we win this game, look, guys, we go from 12 to 1. We're the 1 seed if we win this game tomorrow night.
It definitely puts us in a driver's seat, but we don't. I mean, this is the state tournament. Anything can happen. We've got to take tomorrow one game at a time. We got to look at tomorrow. We can't necessarily look and say we are the 1 seed after to take this, but it puts us in a very good position if we do. But we just gotta get together tomorrow and put a full game together against Canyon View and see what kind of game plan we can come up with to beat them. Same scenario as last year. Second game we had to play Canyon View in the state tournament. We're gonna have to change the outcome of it this time though.
Yeah, they had light work earlier today by knocking off North Sanpete 16-1. I think any team that you play next, you'd always like to see them pushed a little bit, right? I mean, they had a relatively easy time with North Sanpete, and I don't know what tomorrow holds, but when you take a look at the Canyon View team that we've seen already this year, what stands out to you about them?
a well-coached team. Defensively, they play clean baseball. Defensively, they don't make a lot of mistakes defensively. Offensively, they'll try to take advantage of any miscue that you might have. Anytime you're falling asleep, anything it may be, they're trying to take advantage of miscues.
You and I did talk about how Region 12 was represented, and Region 12 gets a win here against Morgan. Obviously, Canyon View, North St. Pete, that was Region 12. Go to the bottom half of the bracket, and Juab and Richfield both get wins. I mean, you just look at the final four teams who have yet to suffer a loss in this tournament. They're all from our region.
Yeah, it's a tough region. I mean, it's the toughest in the state. And that's what helps us have the toughest schedule of anybody in 3A, is we have to play a lot of tough teams. So makes it battle tested throughout the year, and it's good for us.
It was kind of a group effort, Coach. There's so many kids that we could talk about because that eighth inning, or that fourth inning, where you put 8 runs up, it was so big. I mean, pretty much everybody got involved in some form or another. It's got to make you smile ear to ear. I know you're the ultimate competitor, and when you have 11, 12 kids come through in big moments, there can't be any bigger high, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it's awesome to see what we've worked for all year. These kids work so hard all year, practice, playing the games. They work their butts off all year long, and so it's nice to see it pay off for them and really make their efforts all year long have the reward that it deserves. So it's really nice.
Coach, I'll let you get back with the team. I really do appreciate you taking the time to come up, and we'll see you here tomorrow night.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, that's manager Chase Julian taking out the time to join us. We'll pause one more time and come back and put the final touches on tonight's broadcast when we return.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a Spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Can I afford a home?
How do I price and list my home?
Do I get pre-qualified?
Do I do an open house?
Does the realtor work for the buyer or the seller?
How do I show my home?
You have questions? Quick Realty has the answers. The only local realtor that uses a 3D camera and does complimentary virtual tours for every client. Quick Realtors are professional and experienced, and a premier agent on Zillow and specialist on Realtor.com, East Main Street Price, and at BQuickRealty.com. Facebook and Instagram. Call 613-HOME, 613-4663.
Let's hear what parents and patients are saying about Price Pediatric Dental.
We love Dr. Bott. His staff gives the children their full attention. They make sure my kids are comfortable the entire time.
Dr. Lund is so nice. I like getting a new toothbrush and toothpaste every time I go.
Both Dr. Markham and Dr. Lund have been so amazing with both of my boys. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
Call 637-9590 to schedule your child's appointment today at Price Pediatric Dental.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Season's going to continue tomorrow in the winner's bracket. A huge game as Emery will take on the Canyon View Falcons after blasting through the Morgan Trojans this evening 10-3. The way this works, if Emery gets the win tomorrow, which is May 13th, they will play they will actually push through, and I believe they will get to play May 14th again at 7 p.m. And then if you get a win there, you're in line for the state championship on May 15th. Travis, this is turning out to be an incredible run, but there's so much emphasis on tomorrow's game. You want to stay in that 7 o'clock slot.
Want to stay in that slot. You're getting number 1 tomorrow. Eventually, if you want to win this thing, you're going to have to play number 1. So why not get them tomorrow in a perfect spot to get past them at that and then knock them down, and then you essentially become the 1 seed.
We take a look at some of the final stats tonight offensively for Emery. Hayden Citrid goes 2 for 3 in the box. He has 3 RBIs. He scores 2 runs. He had that 2-run blast. Nearly had a grand slam. He was outstanding not only at the plate but also on the mound. 6 solid innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts to lead the way for Emery. But there was a grip of players that came through at the plate. Tice Larson goes 1 of 3. He had a 2 RBI single in this game. Also, RBI-wise, Trig Jensen had 1. Trevin Gilbert, Garrett Conover, and Peyton Nilsson all registering an RBI. They were just outstanding. Emery finishes the game with 10 runs off 10 hits, no errors. That is key. They continue to play error-free baseball.
And you go back to how Morgan got themselves in a situation, that one error that they made, that they got an out, and then they're trying to make a play at third, and the ball skips through.
Yep.
And they allow the runners to score and advance, and the inning prolongs, and it opened things up. And you can go back to that play down the third baseline, that fair foul, and you come back, you plunk a guy, and that 4th inning, the floodgates open for 8 runs, and essentially Morgan couldn't dig out of the hole.
Final score here tonight, Emery 10, Morgan 3. Guess what? We got more baseball tomorrow here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. We're going to do it again at 7 p.m. We'll start the broadcast at around 6:30. It'll be Emery and Canyon View, one step closer to getting to that state championship. 3rd meeting of the season between the 2 teams, and we'll see if Emery can rewrite history, as Coach Julian was talking about running into Canyon View last year here at the state tournament. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Full recap is coming your way on CastleCountryRadio.com. He's Travis Anderson. I'm Jordan Buscarini. And as always, go Spartans.
This is Eastern Utah's news and weather station. 107.3 FM and 750 AM.